Hello, everybody, and welcome to a slightly delayed. Thanks for sticking around if you're watching this live. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's not slightly delayed. It happened exactly at the right time. Everything is perfect, and I have not been running around like a chicken with my head cut off all damn day long. Thanks for coming, everybody. Hello, cast.
They don't run around all day.
Hey, what's up?
They only last like.
Okay, like I'm a chicken with my head cut off that ended up in Macaria's possession.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Headless devil chicken, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you cast Gentle Repose on a chicken with its head cut off, because it can still
I mean,
maintain.
that doesn't sound very gentle.
Just go forever.
I wonder
Like-
about that.
Well, because let's take a look at this.
Magical
No, you know what? No, so
Let's
chickens.
real quick. Gentle repose. It says you touch a corpse or other remains.
So is it remains if it's still moving?
For the
Yes.
duration, the target is protected from decay.
No, so
Can't
the thing
become
is,
undead.
right? But it's not decay that stops a chicken from running around. It's the electrical signals. That's not decay. It's just it runs
It's
out
true.
of juice.
I'm not arguing for one side or
No,
the
no,
other.
I
I'm
know.
just saying
They
what
just keep
gentle
it from
repose
rotting.
is.
Yeah.
So I
Actually-
don't think it would keep the chicken running.
Actually, all of life is a slow process of decay. So could you just cast it on someone and they would never age, but also die instantly?
No, because they're not a corpse. They would have to be
They're
a
not a
corpse.
corpse.
It has to be a corpse or other remains.
Now, I guess
I'm a corpse.
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
okay, wait. The components are one copper piece placed on each of the corpse's eyes. So the corpse must have eyes,
Oh,
and the
but
pieces
wait.
must stay on its eyes.
Hold on a second.
It says they must remain there for the duration. So
hold
the
on
pieces
hold on a hot second. Then, so gentle repose only works on things that have eyes.
Yes.
If you don't have eyes,
It has
work under
eyes.
rot
So
smell.
they have an eye. Does that count? Can you just put them like in the middle of the
It says eyes. Each of. So if you
each
only have
of
one,
the
you're fine.
corpse's
So if
eyes.
you wanted to-
if you're a beholder,
You need a
can
bunch of
like
coins. Yeah.
9 coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they're copper coins.
But it's
It's
not
not-
it's not your eyeballs. It's the eye sockets, right? Because I think if you don't
Oh,
have your eyes, then
So the Sonic redesign was because they ran into this problem because technically he only had one eye, and then they separated them out
right, and then
so that when he
That's
dies, in
definitely
film,
the reason
cost him
for
more.
the redesign. Yes,
That's
canon.
why.
you know, I feel like it's so
Hmm.
nice and reliable because Dave can tie any. They have this massive talent to tie anything back to either big swords or Sonic the Hedgehog.
or
Dave,
Final Fantasy.
has
If
there-
there's-
Or Final Fantasy.
Or Dark Souls.
has there ever been anything where Sonic the Hedgehog had a giant sword?
Yes.
Yes, Sonic and the Black Knight. The
Yeah,
game.
I was gonna say. Even I know this one.
I mean, I don't know.
I could go and get it, but it's behind the green screen.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. That at one point Sonic. had
Is
a
there
big sword.
anything actually behind the green screen though?
There is. You've played with Dave long enough to know there was
Hey.
a time before the green screen.
You don't know that wasn't a green screen.
Okay, I mean maybe
You don't know. Have you ever been there? No, you haven't.
Okay, but this the farther this conversation goes, eventually we get into the "can anyone know anything" territory, and then
I mean,
no,
I think
of
we're
course
already
not.
there.
Right, and I mean to Dave's earlier point about gentle repose, in a universe where everyone just accepted that to be born is to begin dying, you could probably cast
We are
gentle
all
repose.
corpses.
Yeah, we
they're
are all walking corpses, and you could cast gentle repose on a living person to stop the aging process.
One of the coolest and dumbest and edgiest lines in an anime I've ever seen. In Overlord, the Necromancer Lord dude has a spell which is translated as "the goal of all life is death," and I was just like, "Yes,
That's pretty badass. Yeah.
badass.
super cool."
I have a soft spot in my withered heart for pessimist philosophy. I think it's just like I'll read it and I'll just be nodding along like yes, of course life is a joke. This makes perfect sense to me.
Gotta
So
love-
that kind of stuff.
You gotta be a little bit careful with pessimist philosophy, or it starts to make too much sense, and you gotta like read something optimistic to
It's
balance
so-
it out. 'Cause otherwise,
See, it's so reassuring for me.
I need to study.
Trying to read anything that's like optimistic at all. I'm just like liar. That's a lie.
I agree. Look, fundamentally, I agree with you, but also when it's like the goal of life is death, and I'm like, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay,
when you
but,
stare
like-
too long into the abyss is like, hey, what's up? Let's hang out.
That's
Yeah.
what antidepressants are for.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. so you can read all of the depressing philosophy that you want.
I need to read more depressing philosophy so I can get into Macaria's headspace a little better.
I feel like the thing about Macaria though is that she's not a pessimist. Like I feel
No,
if we're gonna go down the like, let's talk about our characters' philosophies. Macaria is like weirdly optimistic.
She's a necromantic optimist.
She has
it's really great because she's like, death, cool.
Yeah, she has a very
Like,
personal responsibility and a very weird relationship with death that no one else does. But it's not like she's moping around being like everything's gonna die. She's like, just dead stuff is more interesting than alive stuff.
Everything is gonna die, and that's super great.
She's a narcissistic sociopath, not a pessimist.
That's definitely true.
I think that's.
But I don't think I should read narcissistic sociopath philosophy. I don't think I should do that.
Macaria is the Ted Bundy of the group, only less charismatic.
That's true. Her charisma skill is like 10, I think. It's really
you don't even need to read it anymore. I think they made a video game about that. It's called BioShock.
Got him.
Yikes. Yeah, we don't need an Ayn Rand in the party. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, yeah, no. Eight is like on the other side of that, where things have to be alive to have value so that they can kill them. I guess you can kill dead things and it's just as good.
Right. Yeah,
I like it.
I feel like by merit of necessity, Rin is a pragmatist.
Yeah.
Just how it is how it is.
I feel like Rin would have like a very distinct relationship with like the soul and the form being different, right? Like Rin is 100% like a Cartesian dualist. Right. The problem is the overarching philosophy of the universe just bypasses all of that stuff, because unlike in the real world, in the Forgotten Realms, the truth of the universe is clear and obvious.
Yeah, it's like there.
Like imagine, and this is what's so fucking fascinating about Dungeons and Dragons and its cosmology and stuff, is that for the characters, these truths are as true as gravity and like fairly universally accepted, which would mean that you would have to be mentally ill, first of all, or have no self-regard to be an atheist, right? To reject the gods, because you know how you will end up. Alignment is a given and a known factor if you have access to the right magic, which a lot of people do. Yeah, it's a trip. You wouldn't need philosophy
in real life to be able to be like concentrate for 10 minutes and be like, evil. They're evil.
Evil.
Right.
Like, can you imagine how useful that would be?
But then how does like the criminal justice system work? How do we have evil churches that are allowed to exist, right? Like there are places like wherever the Zentarum are from, like Zento Keep, where everybody is evil. And like, why would you ever live there? Like, wouldn't, if you were evil, wouldn't you want to find...
a good person wouldn't.
Right. Wouldn't you want... But if you were evil, wouldn't you want to find a good place where no other evil people live so you could be the boss shit of that place?
All I was going to say is like, Fae exists in D&D.
Right? Exactly, in Fae.
Real. Like...
Yeah.
Racist, like wizard evil,
right. But there's no the thing is there's no question about like,
and they're evil, yeah,
ontologically good or evil, right?
No,
like it's a test. You go in front of a paladin, and the paladin, by merit of being able to cast their spell, is like good. They can detect evil. They say you're evil and you're not evil, and you have to trust them because they're paladins and because the gods gave them these powers.
I mean, I think the thing is that it becomes what is good and what is evil, right? Like you can say with
there's no debate
of the spell,
because good and evil is not about action. It's about being, right? Mm-hmm. Like Buddha would be very confused in this universe because there's no right action. There's only good or evil, people or things. Whatever you do is innately a thing of that nature because you are the thing doing it.
But people can change, right?
But then you can just detect alignment on them again. It'd be like, you were good yesterday. You're evil now. We're breaking up.
Oh man, I don't want to live there. I changed my mind.
I mean, obviously, it's shifted in that, and 5th edition D&D is much more like philosophically gray area about that stuff, but there are definitely versions of this setting. There are definitely versions of this setting in which you can point at a person and be like, you are evil.
The thing I just thought to myself was, I wonder how edgy translates. You know what I mean? Like, is it evil? Is it neutral?
You know what? I think being a tryhard is equally true of many different...
There's many alignments.
Yeah, you can be a neutral tryhard.
Yeah.
I mean, look at everybody who's ever played like a 2nd edition D&D druid. Neutral tryhards.
True.
I don't know. I did 3 bad things today. I've only done 2 good things. I guess I'll help you.
Have you ever been
The
a Harper?
No, I would never tell you if I had been a Harper. How dare you?
I don't
the
think
most-
lying.
most
Well, this is the thing: is like
Man.
if a good person lies, lying is good. But if an evil person lies, that's an evil lie, right? Like, it's.
You're confusing me.
And that's what I love about it.
I love it.
That's what I love about alignment, because it's so averse to any kind of philosophical thought that any human being in the real world has ever had. The universe of Dungeons and Dragons is a weird ass place,
It's true.
and I kind of love that about it. Right? It's like Captain America saying "Hail Hydra." It doesn't matter if saying "Hail Hydra" is good or bad. He says it in the comic, and it's a good act because he's a good person. Unless somebody casts detect alignment on him, and they're like, "Wait a second,
Wait a
Captain
second.
America's evil now." Also, Captain America's not lawful good. He never was.
No.
I mean, Civil War happened.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I will go to bat for alignment, not despite its silliness, but because of it. That's what I love about it. Yeah, it's pretty great. I like it. I actually don't know what alignment any of these characters are. I think I have some guesses, but I haven't looked. So
What do you
it's
mean,
nice.
like our characters?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't. I just 'cause
Lawful neutral, Adam.
it comes up so infrequently. Yeah, I feel like we've mentioned.
I
it a
mean,
few times.
I've got mine as neutral evil.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are moments where you have proven that to be the case. Eight's
What?
alignment, Dave, eight's alignment has changed, right, over time.
Yes.
I feel like of all of the cast members, like Malik changed alignment too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like changing alignment.
Uh-huh.
It feels
I just-
like an interesting thing to do for the characters in the
Mhm.
show.
No, I totally agree with you. I just haven't touched mine because, meh. It hardly matters.
I always liked the idea that most people are neutral. That they do not care enough to act one way or another. They just want to get food and have babies and like not have to stand out in the rain when it's cold. Like they just want to exist. And then to actually have an alignment outside neutrality, you have to like be kind of a tryhard, right? You have to be like, no, I care enough about the law that I am now lawful neutral.
Yeah, Arcturus was lawful good.
Yes, Arcturus was actively and aggressively lawful good. Like
Chaotic good.
It's hard. It's hard to be lawful.
Arcturus was Lisa Simpson. Let's
Aw, that's so sweet. He totally was.
Arcturus was the Lisa Simpson of that group.
I love my precious boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Fish Boy.
Fish boy.
He's probably dead now. If anyone
No, Arcturus is probably
No, everyone survived in that camp.
whimpering after Azaka. It's great.
Yeah, I guess like I don't have a headcanon for the end of that campaign.
My headcanon is we all escaped after killing Sararak and everything's fine.
I was just about to
Except
spoil
you-
that.
Oh, wait.
Right, like Dave and I both know the end of that adventure, and like this is becoming kind of a pattern actually, because in Dragon Heist you don't necessarily fight the chief antagonist either.
I don't even care. Whatever the end is, we did that and we got the fuck out of there.
I mean, you know,
Little Fox versus Sararak Greek wrestle.
Yeah.
I don't. If magic is off the table, a Sararak is just an old man made of bones.
Like a skinny, bony skeleton, like withered
Oh.
skin, and
Nobody needs to
Little
think.
Fox is just like
Nobody
brawny and
needs to think about a Sararak like all oiled up in a banana hammock, fucking wrestling around, bones clattering. Ugh, no, nobody wants that.
too late, already done.
No, I refuse. And in punishment, now I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
So, yeah, how dare you do that? So we were right in the middle of some stuff, hey? There was a thing going on. And speaking of undead things, you are in the midst of a pitched battle with a Beholder zombie and some followers of Xanathar. There are currently, I see on the board, 4 Bugbears, a thug, and the Beholder zombie in question. And I believe it is Jewel's turn. We had a successful wisdom save from Makaria on the last turn from the Beholder zombie trying to blast you. Yeah, Jewel, it is your turn.
There is someone who needs a stabbing.
There are
Either
many
side of
people
me.
who are just like super ready to get stabbed to death.
So I'm gonna start with good old Lefty over here because
Mhm.
Righty is currently marked. So,
Yeah, I forgot about that guy. He's just covered in tokens. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna start with Lefty
Okay.
with a quick stab with the cricket.
Okay, here we go. So
Come on,
this-
first roll of the day.
Hey, there you go.
A big old 20.
Okay.
Pretty good.
All right, so you
Take it.
lash out. Oh, everybody got moved
20
around.
damage.
Hold on, I have to adjust. You keep doing your turn. I have to fix where everybody is. Everybody's playing everybody else's character again. Are you gonna go in on a second attack?
If he's still alive, I certainly
He
will.
definitely is. Yeah, this guy has been uninjured so far.
Well, let's see if we can change that with a 26, I assume hits.
That is definitely for 20 hits. This one's definitely a hit too.
Maybe his AC got harder for 5 damage.
That's a thing. There's definitely monsters who, like, as they take damage,
Have
their
adaptive
goes up.
AC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in the hunter archetype for ranger as well.
Okay, so it takes 5. Yeah, that was a big 4E thing too. Like when it gets bloodied, its AC goes up by like 10 or whatever. Yeah.
Whoa, that's
Just a
weird
video
and
game.
cool.
4 is a video game, but it's not a video game.
Bloodied Concept had a lot of things about it I liked.
I wonder why it got left out because I thought it was quite cool. So for folks who didn't play 4E, the thing we're talking about, the mechanic we're talking about is from 4th edition where there was a status effect that was applied at half hit points. So once you went below your half maximum, like rounded down, you were considered bloodied. And some abilities like dealt more damage to creatures that were bloodied. Sometimes creatures or characters would like get special abilities when they were blooded. Or bloodied, that kind of thing. And it was like
Vampires get right up in your
It was just an interesting way of like changing up the dynamic of a fight. So like about halfway through, it would kind of shift feeling.
Yeah.
Which was kind of
well, it was like an enraged timer too. Like if you like hit something enough, it could go into like phase 2 and it would unlock new abilities. And you could do some fun stuff with it. And you could tie it to environmental effects. So like when a Sararak becomes bloodied, everyone in the room has to save as a wave of negative energy like washes off from. Yeah, they go into their second multi-phase boss fight thing. Yeah, it was fun.
It was very much. This is not my final form.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Though some creatures just got crappier after they were bloodied. They were like, I'm awesome. And you hit them a couple times. They're like, stop hitting me.
There's sort of that kind of thing with Swarm.
Yeah, Swarms have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the only place I've seen it in 5th edition. Yeah, it's cool. Bloodied and skill challenges. Bring them on back. Bring them back. Put out a DMG2, Wizards. Give it to me. All right. Jewel, do you want to move? Are you good? You did your stabby. Do you have anything else you want to do?
No, I mean, I'm in a good spot.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're surrounded by enemies and you got a friend next to you.
Yeah.
You're fine. Okay, Makaria, your skeleton. The outside one, not the inside one.
I believe that I had told my skeletons to go after the thugs hitting 8 before the bugbears got here.
Yep.
So it'll go for this thug.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
And it's the quarterstaff. The skeleton gets a 23 to hit
Nice.
for 3 bludgeoning damage.
All right,
Good
so this
on
is
you,
this
Skelly.
is that elf skeleton, in
Yeah.
the hide armor, like that dead druid or something, and he's just
Yeah.
bonking this guy with a stick with an acorn on the end of it.
If only we could turn it into a shillelagh.
Yep.
Ah, shillelagh.
Shillelagh. All right, so your skeleton is good. 8. You are surrounded by bugbears.
Yeah, were it to be a thing, I feel like these two are the only ones that have sort of taken damage.
Yeah, all 3 of the bugbears are currently unwounded.
But both of these boys have taken some damage.
Where the hell's I'm trying to find there's a dead body here somewhere that I'm trying to clear out. Hang on. Where are you, Nadia? There you are. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, poor Nadia.
Okay, anyway. So the bugbears are all uninjured. If we are going based on previous examples of Xanathar's bugbears, sometimes these bugbears have a fun prize inside.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to kill them. I will attack this one. This boy in the top left with my stabbing.
The one that Jewel just perforated a little bit.
Yeah, we need to like kill them one at a time, really.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds,
Focus fire.
sounds good.
Focus.
Alpha strike that nerd.
I'll hit him with a sword for 19.
That is definitely a hit. And by sword,
Oh,
you
it's
mean
not.
javelin?
Javelin.
The javelin's name is Sword now.
14 points of damage on the first one.
Okay.
Mark him.
So 14 points of damage is enough to expire this particular thug.
Won't mark him.
Squawk. Dead.
I'll hit the other one in that case.
Okay.
That'll hit.
So 30, 31. He does not have 31 armor class.
That makes sense.
Surprise! He's the
14
best bugbear ever.
Good. He also does not have 14 hit points, so he is also dead. 2 quick strikes,
Sweet.
stab, stab, and both of the human thugs go down.
Sick.
Is there anything that would be helped by pushing one over? Are you planning on doing any inflict wounds? No, you're in the back. Won't bother.
Yeah, my getting around to them would be difficult.
Unless I can apply mark on my shield bash.
No, I think it has to be a separate attack action.
I thought I looked this up.
I don't know
I
if
won't do it
you
now. I'll look it up.
Yeah. The shield is not an attack action as far as I know.
Double check.
Okay, Makaria, it's your turn. You were concentrating on keeping the blessing of Merkel upon your friends.
Right.
And,
First things first, I will use my bonus action to tell that floating skull to smash into the beholder. Or just like as my bonus action, will it to do so? Does a 15 hit?
The flying beholder zombie is hit by a 15, yes.
Okay, so that does 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to, let's see, my skeleton's kind of like one-on-one with this bugbear. So I'm just going to point at said bugbear and toll the bells of, I don't know, Merkel. He's got some cool looking bells. Do you ever read Abhorsen, the Abhorsen series by Garth Nix?
Heck
No.
yeah, that's what I always think about whenever you
Yeah, that's what I always think about.
every time.
The bells, yeah. Anyway, DC 15 wisdom save.
It's good, by the way.
It's a great
So
series.
good. Read them.
Super
Got some
recommended.
cool necromancy in it.
I should read that again.
So
Okay.
should I. Yeah.
I've heard of it. I know the name of the person.
It's
but I
really
haven't.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garth Nix Abhorsen series. It's got some cool magic in it. Did they save?
Right. I'm rolling. Hang on. Wisdom save. The bugbear has the sufficient wisdom to ignore your bells ringing.
Whoa, a wise bugbear. You should
Right.
probably leave then because we're gonna fucking kill in this fight.
It's wisdom. It represents.
I don't know.
Wisdom also represents willpower, so it's not so much that they're that wise. Okay. All right. Bing bong. Bing bong. Wisdom of the bugbear, and they're
I
fine.
don't think I'm gonna move right at this moment.
Okay. Rin.
Bing bong, wisdom of the bugbear.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to start doing what I do best, and that's making fun of goblinoids. Let's.
Are bugbears goblinoids?
Yes, I viciously mock.
They are.
I viciously mock the one in front of 8, like this one.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. In front, meaning like drawing
Yeah,
a
meaning,
line from
like,
you to them.
Bing
Yep,
bong,
I understand.
Yeah, that one.
All right, let's see how wise this bugbear is.
Your hair's thinning, all of it.
4. Yeah, you got him.
5.
Got him.
Vicious mockery for 5 damage. And
How did you know that male pattern bugbear runs in his family?
Does somebody need healing? No.
So much.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 only
Oh,
has
do you?
11
I
hit
can't
points.
see
I know
your-
it's buried under. Jewel
Yeah.
is
All right,
standing on 8
hold-
hit points.
Hold on. Then my other action is the second level healing word.
Okay.
Thank you.
On
Yeah,
our boy.
11 of
For,
57.
or not our boy, our NB for 10.
Our robot.
Nbot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 8, you recover 11 hit points.
Thanks.
And now the
I love-
bugbears will strive to take them from you.
Those numbers add up to 10, but I will take 11. If
Oh,
you
they
want.
do. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You have 11 now. You're at 21. So first, the bugbear up top is going to take a swing at this skeleton elf. And get a 12, which is not enough to hit.
Ha, Skeletelf is so good.
And then this bugbear, I think these bugbears are going to move. Yeah, I think they're good there. So one of these bugbears is going to attack Jewel. And get a 21. Unless Rin wants to do something about that.
Wait, you said 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good. That's
It's
not a good
high odds.
ratio.
I will spend my reaction. Well, I guess let me
Does
find out
have
how much the damage is.
Okay, so it's a hit. Does 4 damage.
Was that calculating in the
Am
disadvantage?
I only
Vicious
getting
Mockery?
hit by one of them?
Yeah, it's 20. I rolled a 21 and a 20, so it's a hit. Yeah. Yeah, you got hit by that one. It's for 4 damage. I haven't said if I'm going to attack you again or not.
I feel like I'm good. I'll just take 4 damage.
Please.
All right. So now one of them, I think, they'll probably keep attacking you because you're the squishy target. So
But I figured.
take another swing at you while you're still here. This one does not have disadvantage, and I get a 19.
Cutting words.
Okay. Make that roll. You need a 3, so this should be fairly easy.
I didn't get it.
The
I am
curse.
not-
This should be fairly easy.
I am
Rolls a
not
2.
distracting enough.
One
It's fine.
time when we were playing Star Wars, fucking Jesse Cox, every time I rolled, waved his hands over my dice and made curse noises, and I swear it was working. Like I had to tell him, like, stop it, you are unbalancing the game with your evil
You
magic.
know, I believe that Jesse has force powers.
So that's not how the force works. So cool. So the second one is a hit for 10 piercing damage.
I will use my reaction to half that.
There you go.
That
Okay.
seems like a good idea.
And then lastly, this one does attack 8 because it can't get up to where Jewel is, and only gets a 10. So nothing for that bugbear. All right. So now the beholder zombie. Let's see. What's he got for targets? Nope. So he's just got you two. Beep, beep, beep. I'm just gonna roll.
I'm really
Roll
glad that
skeleton.
I'm
You can
really
go for the skeleton.
He's got solidarity with the other undead.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 8.
Okay.
So 8. Let me roll randomly to see which of the many beams that Nerazar the
Comes
defeated
the disintegration beam.
fires in your direction. Let's see. All right. So it's a D4. Only 4 functional eyeballs. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I don't know.
Right.
I
It's a-
mean-
it's a question. Yeah.
You have bless, right?
Yeah,
It
Bless
could
is
be
going to make
worse.
that. Oof,
21.
You're fine. Yeah. So a paralyzing ray leaps from the eye of the zombie beholder and has no effect on your.
All I gotta say is this motherfucker could really screw us over.
Yeah, it's like the
Like-
saving throws are not that hard to make because of Bless, but yeah, you're good. All right, Jewel, you've been slightly perforated by these bugbears. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I feel like the beholder's we're gonna start getting fucked by it.
Yeah.
You can go over to
And like
me.
I know there's a bunch of bugbears. This could go poorly. And it's up in the air, right?
Yeah, it's 20
Yes,
feet,
it
20
is.
feet above the ground.
All right.
Currently.
So mechanically speaking, can I climb up a wall and attack it?
No.
Can I climb a wall and jump on it and attack
Okay,
it?
let's answer this question. Let's figure this out. Like, can you go over here or whatever, climb up the wall, and then attack it underneath while still sticking to the wall? Do you need both hands to climb?
She has a climb speed. Like,
Yeah,
I have
but-
climb speed.
yeah,
I mean, my
but
other choice
Being
would
able
be
to climb and being able to climb and then use one of the
Yeah,
climbing.
That's
Yeah.
like hopping. That's
swing
like
a sword
it's
at
like
Can I
hopping on one leg and kicking somebody. Like
off the wall and
Side note,
Yeah,
I bet you could jump off the wall and make an unarmed strike. That's like a jump kick and then land on the
Yeah.
ground, but it wouldn't do that much
Could I-
you're not like a high flying martial artist, right? Like
No,
we,
fair.
we have to
Grapple?
recognize genre convention, and we have to recognize class overlap. There are other people who have abilities that let them do
Yeah.
the thing that you're describing that you don't have.
Yeah.
But let me look.
I wish I were one of those people.
because otherwise, like then Makari and Rin are gonna have to like try and take care of the beholder.
I mean,
Which is fine. I can
next
also
on my
switch
list.
to
I'm
bow.
already working on it slowly with that stupid skull.
So
I can-
because of your claws, you have a climbing speed of 20 feet. In addition, your claws are natural weapons, which you can use to make unarmed strikes. I think you need to have your climb. Like, I think you need to have your hands free to climb. You need to use them to climb up the wall. I don't think you can one hand climb up the wall.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
So I think will make more sense to try and take care of the bugbears, so that they do not attack me while I have my bow out, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to deal with the beholder. So that
Yes.
cool. I'm going to go for the bugbear that just stepped up to me.
Okay.
My goal is stab them. I'm probably going to shift back into the hallway so that I at least force the beholder to move. So that I don't know if that's better or worse.
Mm.
All right, let's stab it with the short sword.
Okay.
20, 30. I hope it hits.
20, 30. Yes, you do.
26 plus 4, 30.
Yeah.
Sneak attack damage.
Oh no.
15.
9. All right, so 15 total, and that's on this one.
Yeah, on that
Okay.
one.
All right.
And then I'll go in offhand short sword as well.
Okay.
For 15?
That's a hit. Oh no, it's a miss. No, these guys are better armored than the thugs, who I think were shirtless. So.
Well, that's disappointing.
Listen, sometimes you just got to show off all that work you've been doing. Okay,
That's right. You walked in the middle of their fight club meeting. The bugbears were not participating. Okay. All right. And then do you
I'm
want
gonna
to
actually stay where I am.
Yeah, you're gonna stay. Okay. All right, Makaria, your skeleton.
Right. So have any of these bugbears attacked 8? Because that was the instruction. I think this one has. So the skeleton could go there and then attack that one.
Yeah.
The bottom ones attacked me.
This
Okay,
one did. Yeah.
that was the thing, is that like I told
Right.
them to defend 8, so it can't be the ones that are attacking Jewel.
There you go.
So it will whack-a-do with the quarterstaff.
That's good because that's the one Jewel. Yeah, it is the one Jewel hit. But no,
14 does not.
sufficient. No, 14
It
is a miss.
tries. It's just like
Bugbear parries the attack. Yeah.
It's doing a good job. I'm proud of it.
Okay. 8. It is your turn.
Okay, I'll stab the one that, excuse me, we've previously damaged.
Continue stabbing.
Continue stabbing. No, a 15
Yeah, it's
misses.
a miss. Yeah.
Second attack, 27, probably
That
hits.
one's definitely a hit. Yep.
We'll do 12 points of damage to it.
Okay. That bugbear expires and is no longer a bugbear.
And,
He's a corpse now.
okay.
He's not
Oh,
an intellect.
No, it didn't. Intellective error does not burst forth from its skull like
That's fine.
Athena or whatever.
I have written on my sheet that I have not used second wind yet this.
I think that is
Thing.
accurate. Yep.
Yeah, so I would love to use second wind.
Yeah, I think there was a question of using it before, and you chose not to.
Yeah. D10 plus 5. I will get back.
Woo!
15.
There you go.
I found out a thing today,
No.
or the other day, when I was playing. You can just write in plus 15. You don't even have to do maths. Thanks, Roll20.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this on the token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so like spoiled by that like it's transferred over to Excel where it'll have a number and I'll just type plus 15 and then it shows up as plus 15. I'm like,
I
what?
actually did that today. I was working on a database, and I was just like, yeah, that guy's worth plus. Oh, it doesn't. No, it just
I feel
deletes
like
that.
I feel like a colossal idiot whenever I try to do anything role playing game related without all of the cheats now. Like it's ruined. me.
God,
I'm
playing
ruined.
at the table is the nightmare now.
It really is. Is that's your turn, right? Because your bonus action is the.
Yeah. No. Do I want to move? No, I think I'm fine now.
Okay, cool. Makaria, it is your turn.
First and foremost, I got a skull that's hitting a beholder. Does a 25 hit? I'm assuming
does.
that's a yes.
I feel like the skull is just gonna 1v1 this thing.
For 10 force damage.
Okay.
Damn, 10 force damage? What a badass skull.
Just headbutting
it's
the-
just headbutting the
His
beholder
jaws
over
all
and
breaking. It's
over.
just like slamming.
And then let's see. I think I'm frustrated by that bugbear being too wise, so I'm gonna be like, "No, it's time for you to die, you stupid!" Mad.
Okay.
Try this again. The bugbear that's got my skeleton in the
You mean
Ring.
the wisest bugbear?
wisest bugbear.
Thrognar the Wise?
Okay, let's see how he does this time.
Thrognar gets a 14, so he's almost
So
wise enough,
he's
but
not wise enough. What, has he been damaged before?
no. So he takes the 12.
So he takes 12 necrotic damage. Sick.
Nice.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm gonna move yet.
Rin.
All right. I will cast my last second level spell to healing word our dear cat friend.
Okay.
Because
Hit points. Yay.
apparently I'm the healer, which is just how it's going. So that's 10.
A withering look at the back of Makaria's head, and then
10 healing, and then I vicious mockery the bugbear in front of
Okay.
our robot friend.
all right. So that bugbear, let's see here, gets a 16. I see the
Okay.
wisdom is transferred.
He has passed, and he is not mocked.
Mhm.
My comments about his Crocs were taken solely upon his powerful pride and deflect.
Perfect. All right, perfect. So
This bugbear is wearing Crocs now. I've just
yes,
said.
yeah, it's a given. Okay, so this one is gonna move over here, and then he's gonna take a swing at the skeleton. Gets a 14, so he hits for 5 damage. So Makari, your skeleton takes 5 damage. You should really drink more milk. And then the other two, one of them, actually this one's going to stay where he is, and he's going to attack Jewel. Bugbears are like pretty useless unless they crit, and then they're less useless. A 19. 19 for a hit.
I do
You're
the
gonna-
thing.
You do the thing? Okay. I figured that's what that frantic pointing meant.
I do the thing. Cutting words. 3. Yeah.
All right. So that's a good miss. It was going to be 18 damage.
We did it.
Oh, but hold on. A 19 minus 3 is still 16.
Oh.
Poor Jewel. I thought your AC was
Damn.
16. Wow, we got all excited.
My AC is 16.
Yeah,
but
it's like when you wake up and you're like, it's Saturday, and then your mom's like, it's Friday, go to school. And you're like,
Oh.
damn it, Mom. And then
I'm gonna
and then a
have
bugbear hits you with his morning star. That's what it's
with my
like.
reaction.
Okay,
That's
so you
how it
take 9 damage instead.
Yep.
Yeah, my cutting words is just not
Yeah,
doing
it's
it
really
today.
failing it. You got to
Oh my God.
dive down
Thank
into
you
that
for
deep.
those previous 10 hit points.
Yeah.
I appreciated them. I burned through them real fast.
I only got like 2 more of those.
That's right, Xenarch. I hate it when I wake up and my mom's like, your AC is 16, honey.
And then she hits you.
And then she hits you because your mom's a bugbear.
Wearing Crocs.
Man, that'd be a funny show. That's a new Adult Swim show. My mom is a bugbear. All right, and then the last bugbear, one of these days is going to hit 8. Here we go. Come on, I only need a
No,
18 to hit you.
no. You can't have that.
I got a 9, so I'm halfway there.
You can't have that. No way.
All right, and then the Beholder zombie. I think I'm going to go after Jewel with the Beholder zombie. Jewel, the number to roll. Let's see, what beam is it? This is a strength save for you.
That doesn't sound good.
Roll 20.
So this is the tractor beam. You get a 9. So Nerazar reverses the polarity on the deflector dish, blasts you with the telekinetic ray. You are restrained, and I get to move you 30 feet in any direction. I'm going to move you straight up in the air.
Yep, that's why I saw that coming.
So, zoom, and then whoop, lift it up in the air. And then, how long does this last?
I feel like because she's a tabaxi, right? It's like she got lifted by the scruff of her neck.
Yeah. You don't, there's no way. Like, it's the worst for a cat. And you're like flopping around, like wiggling your arms. Yeah. Let's see. So you are
Cats have
restrained.
advantage on falling saves.
Let's see. Restrained by the ray's telekinetic grip until the start of the next turn or until the zombie is incapacitated. If the target is an object, yada, yada, yada. And it can use this to open doors and containers and stuff, but whatever. Okay. So you are now floating up in the air. I'll put a little wingling on you. And you are restrained. Not like
Makes
you
a
could
yowl.
do
It's
anything.
Like,
Some kind of yowl in the darkness. Okay. There you go. You got some wings. You're flying. You're blessed. And you're going to take 3d6 damage at some point in the near future. Okay. Jewel, it's your turn. And so for people who are asking about if it allows attack of opportunity, no, because it's forced movement. If it were a fear beam, then yes, it would. Okay, so Jewel, you're hanging in midair. There's nothing within 5 feet of you.
Can she try and hang on to the wall?
You're restrained, so you can't move. And the corner doesn't count as like the wall exactly.
It counts as the wall for sightlines.
Yes, but like, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, you can't move anyway. So yes, you could like, I guess, cling to. This is the problem. You have to occupy a square, and this square has no walls adjacent to it.
Yeah.
So you can't cling to the vertex of 4 points. There's
sense.
no wall there technically.
Can I get a save for falling at all?
No, you'll just fall.
How tall is the room?
So unless stated otherwise, the rooms in here are as tall as they are wide. Yeah. So let me double check to see.
Okay,
if this
but there's
was
2
one of those-
different widths.
It's 30 feet wide, so she reaches the ceiling.
Let's see.
Okay, but what if it's the other side of the room that is counting for
this
width?
room
squares are-
usually these rooms. Oh no, you're right. You're actually only 20 feet off the ground. You are near the ceiling. Because it does specifically say that this one is, I think, 20 feet. Unless it says, yeah, a beholder zombie floats near the 20-foot high ceiling of this chamber. So you're actually only 20 feet in the air. So I will have moved you then 20 feet up, and we'll put you 10 feet over. 10, 5, 10. There we go. So you're over there. Okay, so anyway, you can't move and there's nothing within attack range. So if you have, you could throw something. If you want to throw a knife, you could, but
Yeah, I'd have to switch a weapon for that. So I might
no, you have a. Oh, that's right. You have 2 short swords now.
dual short swords right now. So I could put one away and then just draw my bow.
Yeah,
I guess I'm either going to be up here.
The bow
for
is
a while.
two-handed, so you'd have to drop both.
I could spend my.
No,
I mean, I don't have anything else to do this turn.
Spend an action to put cricket away, drop the short sword, and then draw the bow, and that's your whole. Yeah. Okay. All right. So from 20 feet above, a sword falls. Let me check though, because you're restrained, and that might be something different. Let's double.
I think it's just that I can't use anything from my move, so I can't move from this square. But
yeah,
I have
speed is 0. Can't benefit from a bonus to speed. Any attack roll against you is advantage. You have a disadvantage on attack rolls and disadvantage on dex saves. Yeah. Okay.
Can she use her bonus action to hide on the ceiling?
No, everyone can see you.
I would love to, though. Yeah. So
how far
drop
can
the sword.
8 jump directly upwards?
Yeah, and what's funny is that technically, all of the characters are like Minecraft characters. They're cube shaped. So when somebody was asking like, can 8 attack the beholder from above? 8 is technically not 2 squares tall. 8 is a 5-foot cube, just like everyone else. Because otherwise you'd be 2 cubes stacked on top of each other.
Yeah,
and then
if I used a halberd, then...
Yes, if you had a halberd, sure.
Which I do.
Yeah. So when I say 10 feet, it's like kind of 10. It doesn't, I don't, whatever. Yeah. Everyone's 5-foot cubes. Okay. So Shul, that is your turn. Makaria, your skeleton can go.
It's gonna not attack what's attacking it. It's gonna attack what's attacking 8 because that's what I told it to
That's
do.
right.
So it gets
quarterstaff. It hits.
20 to hit, which will hit, right?
Yep. Bonk.
And it does 5 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Good work, skeleton.
Skeleton's doing its best.
Okay. All right. 8, your turn.
I will add, hopefully, to that damage with some javelin hits.
Yeah, and as far as the ceiling goes, a climb speed makes you an airplane, not a helicopter. So you can't cling to the underside of you can't hover.
You're like, the ceiling is covered in pipes and grating. I'd be like, okay, but
yeah, totally right.
it's a smooth stone ceiling and she's not a spider.
Yeah. So 8, you hit. Absolutely hit that one in front of you.
Okay. For 14 damage.
The ceiling is made out of bear stone. Yeah, you hit for 14. Cool. The bugbear lets out a roar.
Second attack.
I guess if you cast stone skin on a bugbear, it'd be bugbear stone. But okay, second attack, that's a hit. I don't think you can not kill him.
13.
Super dead. All right.
Okay.
No intellect devourer in this one.
Thank gosh. We decided it's not worth knocking anyone down, right? Okay, that's it then for my turn.
Okay. All right. Makaria.
First things first, we got a skull bash to bash. Let's see if it hits. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
I
I mean, it hits, but it doesn't do anything, right? Like the Beholder Zombie, it's not that it's dodging. It's just that when you hit it, it's just kind of like smunk.
Okay. Well, I'm going to step out of the corner.
Okay.
Because I know the situation's going on. I can't really do anything to help Jewel right at the moment. I look up and I'm just like, well, but I know that it's the Beholder Zombie that's doing all this. So I'm going to fire off a guiding bolt at it.
Nice. Okay.
A 16. Does that hit?
Yes. 16 hits with guiding bolt.
Okay. And that's going to do 13 radiant damage.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to step back. Wee. Sorry, I got to keep track of my spells.
Okay. And you're good?
That's it for me.
All right, Rin, your turn.
Well, things are getting interesting. I'm going to move up here, I think. And then I wonder if I can incapacitate our dear friend, the zombie, the zombie boy.
Because if you incapacitated the zombie, it would also fall and take damage because it's at eye level with.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. And Tasha's Hideous Laughter does do
right,
that.
but will it affect an undead beholder?
That's what I'm trying to discern currently.
Yeah.
So I'm just checking that. A creature of your choice that you see within range. It says a creature. It doesn't say anything about it being a living creature or anything like that. It says they have to succeed a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, become incapacitated, and unable to stand up for the duration.
Yeah.
A creature with intelligence score 4 or less isn't affected. So if it has less than 4 intelligence, it won't.
Right. Yeah. So the question is if it has 4 or less intelligence and also the fact that it's like a flying creature.
What does it mean for a flying creature?
Some flying creatures can't be knocked prone, right?
Yeah, but there's other stuff.
No, but like, yeah, the other stuff. Yeah.
Would
anyway, you gotta
incapacitated?
decide if you're gonna use it or not, and then we'll figure out what happens.
Yeah, like the way I read it, it falls prone from the sting.
Yeah.
And that would be the only thing that would make it take damage. And if it's immune to being prone, which it probably is because it doesn't have legs,
Yeah.
it won't do anything.
That seems stupid.
Well,
I think
the falling prone, like the laughter isn't the thing that incapacitates them, but the falling prone.
the question is whether they're
contingent
tied.
on them being prone.
Whether they're tied together, right? Like if something is immune. Let me look. So
I mean, another thing is the next attack roll made against the target has advantage. But I don't know if this has an attack roll.
It doesn't. It's just a will save.
it says the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone. So it's like save or fall prone.
right. Becoming incapacitated and unable to stand for the duration.
I mean, you would think that it would still be incapacitated because the point is it's laughing, so it can't do anything else.
Right, but we know the danger of trying to use the fiction to understand the spell, right? Like we have to go based on the mechanical
the
stuff.
first
Anyway, the
part
question
of the
is
spell is it falls into fits of laughter and becomes incapacitated.
right, but fits of laughter is not a mechanical effect; it's just flavor text. So
but
it could be
becoming
excised from the
incapacitated
spell.
is because of the fact that it's in a fit of laughter.
Again, irrelevant. So the only things that actually mean anything in this spell description is target must succeed at a wisdom saving throw or fall prone because prone is a mechanical thing.
So you're saying that
incapacitated,
becoming
unable to stand.
incapacitated is part of the falling prone and
Yes.
not part of
Yes.
the. Does
I
falling
think-
prone usually incapacitate?
No, but in this case, but again, there's all of these like because you can be incapacitated and standing up.
Yes, but I think that the becoming incapacitated and the falling prone are two different effects that this spell has.
Nah.
So I think it would still have the effect of incapacitating the creature that's laughing.
To become incapacitated, it must fall prone. It falls prone first, and if it can't fall prone, then it can't become
Whatever.
incapacitated.
I'll use
Anyway,
a different fucking spell
Yeah.
because this is stupid.
Well, and the thing is, it's undead, so it might not be smart enough anyway.
I mean, maybe not, but I would have tested it if I thought, maybe it could be
sure.
incapacitated.
Yeah,
but,
if you thought that it was possible, then yeah, it'd be worth it.
If it doesn't have legs, people got less of a chance, I think.
Yeah.
So instead, I guess I'll just mock it.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, spoiler warning, it has 3 intelligence, so it wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
That's the weird thing, actually. You're like, it's not intelligent enough to be like affected by this, but you can still hurt it by mocking it.
Yeah, I'll just.
It doesn't understand.
I'll hurt
Psychic, a lot of bard stuff, yeah, doesn't make sense. Where you're like mocking its existence, not its ego. Like, but then you deal psychic damage, so like that's what that is. All right, let's see. Vicious mockery, wisdom save.
I use vicious mockery to attack platonic form.
Right, exactly. Like, you shouldn't exist. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm having a duel of wits with the universe to convince it that you should die. Anyway, it saves. It makes the save.
Okay, cool.
It gets a 19.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. So the bugbears. Let's see. This one is going to move around, staying in your range. And it's going to take a swing at Rin. Morningstar.
Okay.
Friend.
It gets a 15.
I cutting words it myself?
Yeah.
I'm just going to check if I can do that. I'm not entirely sure. When a creature of the main you see within 60 feet makes an attack roll an ability check or damage roll, you can use your rate. Yes, I can. I can, in fact, cutting words myself.
Yeah, of course, right? Because it's anything targeting, like anything, right? You're interrupting.
Okay, so I cutting words.
Nice. That's a great cutting words. Okay, so you do not take 12 piercing damage.
No, I do not.
Okay, and then the skeleton gets attacked by a bugbear. Let's see if I can take Skeletor out here. Nope, got a 7. Okay, and then the Beholder zombie will roll and see which beam it's going to use. Actually, hold on. Do I need to target the beam first? Uses a random magical eye ray choosing. Okay, so I can roll and then choose a target. Okay, all right. So
I don't know. It's only got 3 intelligence. You got to roll.
Well, it's me, right? The reason it's random at all is because it's just pointing its eyes, but I'm still making choices for it mechanically. Chooses a random eye ray, uses a random eye ray, choosing a target within 60 feet. It is beam 3.
Pick victim.
I think it's just going to be a dick and keep going after Jewel because it's got Jewel held in the other beam. The other one swings around and zoom. So, Jewel, if you can make a con save, please.
Oh no!
It's been really nice having all of you.
It's fine.
I don't have inspiration, otherwise I'd use it right now.
Do I have it? I'll give it to you.
I'll give you mine.
Okay.
8.
All right. So 8 is giving you inspiration. So you rolled an 8, so that's good. Try again.
Roll again.
Thank you. 18.
Okay. All right. So 18. No. So Jewel falls at the end of. Oh no, the start of your turn. So you fell first. So we'll roll falling damage. You take 2d6 damage. Then you get hit with this other.
The start of the Beholder's turn?
It's the start of the Beholder's turn. So
Okay.
it
Yeah, I
drops
thought it
you.
lasted until it was incapacitated. Oh no, it was an ore.
It drops you first.
3.
So you only take 3
better.
damage. Then you get hit with the other beam, which you saved. So let me take all the indicators.
This is
of the
if I
falling.
remember correctly, this is the real bad one. This is
Yes,
the
the
real,
one I got hit by.
the real.
Okay,
good.
so you have
Degenerate.
11. You have 11 hit points right now. This thing deals. You're gonna take half of this damage, which is still not a small amount of damage.
Danger beam.
You take 15 more damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's not as bad as
and
it could
so
be.
you are knocked the fuck out.
It's fine. I'm right
This
here.
is because it was a save. It's not considered an attack, right?
Correct.
I'm right here, and it's almost my turn. It's fine.
All right. So thankfully you're still blessed, but you are dying.
Yeah. If it had been the other way around, it would have knocked you unconscious. You would have fallen, taken the thing immediately, and then had to roll and possibly died. It would have been real bad.
Yeah.
But you could just roll a 20, like easy. It's 5%.
Yeah.
The easy 5%.
So roll. You're making a death save, but it is at +4.
Oh god, it's already my turn.
Yeah.
Plus 1d4.
Fail.
Fail.
That's fine.
fail.
It's fine.
8.
It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Macaria, your skeleton is going to attack this one.
It gets a 16. Is that enough?
Yes, that's enough to hit.
It takes 9 bludgeoning damage on that bugbear
Okay.
by attacking 8.
Good.
Has attacked 8.
Okay. All right. Then 8, it is your turn.
All right, I will stab that one also.
Yeah, good call.
That is a 25 and 11 points of damage.
Okay. Still alive.
Next attack. That is a 15.
That is a miss. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 16 AC. Okay. Again, it's not super worth doing the other things because it's an order. No, that's it for
Okay.
me. I think I move actually to here.
Good. Okay. Macaria, it's your turn.
Oh, I mark it as well.
This one? Right, so it doesn't
Yes.
attack Ran. Okay.
Yes. Almost forgot.
Okay.
No worries.
So now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I can move through Rin Square, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then I can get to Jewel and I'll still be in the area of an
You can
opportunity.
climb over the 5-foot cube that is Rin and then land on the other side.
Yeah, and I'll still be in the area of opportunity for that bugbear, so I don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yep. You moved into
And
that bugbear's threat range now, so it can attack you if you try to leave. But
okay, I am going to. Ooh, gotta eeny, meeny, miny, mo this. Okay, you're getting a level 3 cure wounds, which
That's
is
I
3.
feel so honored.
I have only 2 spell slots left, so
that's good.
28.
Is it 1 or 3?
yeah, it's 3d8 plus 4.
Don't worry, you can take a long rest in 15 hours.
We see Macaria like pull out the scales and determine the value of Jewel's life.
Yeah. Look at your journal. What was the last mean thing you said
So,
to
3d8 is, I'm mad at math. It's 24,
So,
so 28 hit
me?
points.
28 total.
Oh, beautiful.
And then I will use my bonus action to tell the skull to head bash the thingy
Do it.
again.
His skull head
stop.
bash.
17 to hit
Yes.
for 5 force damage. Not as
Skull's
much.
pulling at Ishi Snaggletooth. Okay.
So the
Yeah,
monster-
And then-
roll again, just in case it's a crit, because this is the first attack that's been on it.
Oh, I think it's only until my turn, but maybe it's including my turn. Let me check. Oops,
I
sorry.
think it's the
I'm
next
so sorry.
attack within a turn. Anyway,
The next
it
attack
doesn't
roll
make-
made against this target, that was guiding bolt anyway. That's not the same. Before the end of your next turn. Okay.
but it doesn't
So-
matter. Because you rolled an 11, so it wasn't a crit.
That
That's all
was-
we were checking.
Oh, it's +7 anyway, so it's the same. I just rolled guiding bolt instead of.
Oh, yeah, but the
spiritual
number
weapon.
is this.
The number is the same.
Because it's your wisdom. Okay.
Okay, and then I dodge through Rin. I'm like, excuse me. I touch Jewel. she bounces back off the ground, and then I'm gonna dodge back through Rin. Oh wait, I can't.
You can't now. Now you're in.
I go
Bugbear
to dodge
town.
back through Rin, and I turn around and I look at the bugbear, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
he's looking at me.
Yeah, the bugbear is focusing on 8, so you could risk it. But
For the first time since her very inception, I draw my longsword and I use it.
oh wait, for chat, I don't have to roll if she's down because I'm a grave cleric.
Yep.
So if the character is unconscious and at 0 HP,
Oh.
it gets max.
Actually, if you do it, it attacks with disadvantage, and if it still hits you, I get to hit it again.
Yeah.
So it might be worth it. But also, you're concentrating on Bless, which is helping a lot. So
Yeah, I'll just stay here.
the
It's fine.
chances of you getting attacked by that bugbear are nil because it's the bugbear's turn. And it
Wait,
attacks-
what
Wait,
about my turn?
No, it's
I
Rin's turn.
guess you could take a turn, Rin. Go ahead. I had already moved on, and then you were like, "No, wait, maybe I'm gonna do my turn."
I
So.
longsword this guy.
Okay, good, do it.
Jesus Christ.
You
I
missed. There's a reason that you never use your longsword.
She pulls it out like and it's like this decorative, like not at all functional longsword. She just goes like
If you look closely at the longsword, there's an engraving underneath that says "not to be used in combat" for decorative purposes only.
Like, despite trying to.
Oh
hold
yeah,
up
you add a
both of these
D4. Would a 15 hit?
No.
Does it matter?
No.
No. Okay.
dudes, despite 8 trying to fight both of these two dudes and keep them off everyone else. They'd take the time to turn and look at you.
Like what?
Yeah.
In disappointment.
Both bugbears do too. Like everyone just turns to look like what?
There's a distinct feather ruffling of Rin's attack, and then there's like no effect. It's just angry squawking equivalent.
Why do you have a sword?
It's decorative.
Just a buffer lark
Really?
legs.
Exactly. It's a foam sword. Okay, so the bugbears, one of them will attack 8 because to do anything else would be completely ludicrous. I got a 12. The other bugbear, however, sees a prone target nearby, raises his morning star, and tries to smush you, Jewel. So he's got advantage.
Yep.
He gets an 8 with advantage. You roll aside, and he smashes the floor. And then the Beholder Zamboni rolls a d4. Here we go. Which I-beam is it going to be?
Why are we all out here?
Boop. I-beam number 3. Ooh, everybody's favorite I-beam.
It's the good I-beam.
So let's see. What kind of...
Fuck.
This is a Constitution save.
Macaria just ducks down so that the thing can't see me.
Well, yeah, like he's not that smart. And then you're prone, so he can't even really see you. I'll flip a coin between Rin and 8. So one is 8, 2 is Rin. Who's gonna get enervated? It's 8.
Me.
Okay, make that Constitution save.
I'm sorry, you don't have advantage.
That's fine. I got
The DC's pretty low. Yeah.
16.
You wouldn't have made it except for Merkel's blessing.
Thanks,
And so you're only going to take half damage
Thanks.
Work this fight.
from that big beam energy. Here it comes. Zorp. You take, holy crap, 23 damage, I think.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm still above why I
That would
started.
have put me at exactly 0.
All right. So you take a big beam to the back, and now it is Jewel's turn. Jewel, you are prone, but you are alive.
Just angry.
Yeah, that's
Just
also
gotta
true.
stand up.
Okay.
Step 1. Step 2.
You're angry, hungry, tired, thirsty, exhausted,
Just-
sick.
There's just a lot. She has a lot of feelings, and most of them are directed at that big old eye.
Mhm.
From here, I assume she does not have a good line of sight.
I mean, it's 20 feet off the ground, so you can see it.
Will I risk? Do I risk AOs from either of the bugbears?
Not AOs, you take the disadvantage.
You do, yeah. If it's a missile attack, you do, yeah, disadvantage.
Okay.
You can always.
Well, in which case, then I'll just bonus action, disengage, and move around, so I can attack. So she's gonna move. From here, I would be in trouble, right? No.
It really depends on how you define trouble.
You
Sorry,
can't
disadvantage,
stand
'cause we can't
behind
cover
the
from it.
wall, I don't think, because the corner
Yeah, so I think I probably need
might
to stand
block.
like here.
Yeah,
Or you could stand there.
Either of those are like.
Or,
easily-
sorry, there.
Yeah. Okay. So
You
I'm
only
gonna-
have half of your movement, so
Yeah, let me see. So I only need to go 5, 10, 15.
Then
Yeah,
you're still-
that's exactly how much I have. So
That's
then
what
I'm
you
going to
got,
move there. So
You're still threatened by him.
yeah, you're threatened by the
Oh
guy in the
yeah.
middle.
He doesn't have to attack you to be able to do anything. You'll still
I
have
think
disadvantage.
you can go here, and that's 15,
Okay.
and you're not threatened by
Yeah.
anybody. You're a
and I
little
do
bit,
that.
you're out of the group, but at least you can
She's
hit.
like, I know it's not going to do that much damage, but I'm really angry. So she, with disregard for the fact that it's not a magical weapon, she fires her short bow at the beholder.
Okay.
For the 26.
Okay. You hit. It's the first
For-
PC strike on this beholder.
16 damage.
Excellent. Cool. Guess who's getting eye-beamed forever now? It's you.
I know.
Okay. So, Macaria, your
Uh-huh.
animate skeleton, can...
I'm a skelly boy or
can-
girl, I think. I don't know. My skelly.
I don't
I
think that
didn't
we don't know the gender of this skeleton.
Well, it doesn't hit anyway.
I don't think skeletons have a gender.
Yeah,
They're not.
you
They
said-
All
don't
of
have
their
a
gender
culture,
bits
so they
fall
can't.
off.
I guess if you're a skeleton, you by default you'd be assigned a gender based on the thing that you lived in before, but it might not be the gender that you feel in your heart. Wait, you don't have a heart in your bones.
You don't have a heart.
Yeah.
You feel it in your bones.
Unfortunately, this skeleton is subservient to your will, and therefore has no. Really, that's a deeper issue here because the skeleton has intelligence 6, so. If it weren't enslaved to you by magic, it might be able to choose its own life for itself. But we'll never know because you're such an awful person.
I'm an awful person. It's fine.
Okay.
So it doesn't hit because it's a 13.
Okay. All right. So 8. It is your turn.
All right. I'm going to attack the marked currently bugbear with a javelin. 23.
Okay, you hit. And this is the marked one?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
12 points of damage.
He flies off to Bugbear Heaven.
Yep. Sweet. I will take the other one.
Okay.
22.
Mm-hmm.
14 damage and I'm marking.
Nice. All right. This bugbear clings to life. Makaria, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to first. That's not with my skeleton. With me, I have so many character sheets. I'll spiritual weapon. Hit that. Nope, I do not hit it. The skull just like swings in the air, kind of just like, hey, what's up? And does not do anything. But I'm going to Toll the Dead on the what's the distance on Toll the Dead? 60 feet. Okay, so Toll the Dead on the Beholder this time. Be like, stop it.
All right, so Nerazar the Defeated
dead.
makes a wisdom saving throw and gets a 7, and so takes 16 necrotic damage. Let me see if that...
Sick.
Cool, okay. It has its normal effect.
Oh no, did I do that?
Nice.
Is that bad for...
Well, no, I was just checking because some powerful undead are immune or resistant to necrotic damage.
Yeah. I was just wondering because there's some games where necrotic damage heals them.
I don't know if there are any... I don't
Like-
think 5e has any, like, this thing gains. I mean, the flesh golem regains an amount of... But it's a special ability.
Yeah.
Okay, I was getting confused with, I think, like Divinity for a second.
Yeah.
Video game.
Yeah.
Also, like 3.5 was all about that shit.
Yes, yeah. So there are other versions of the game that do that.
Good luck hitting a zombie.
You know what we should bring back? Negative levels. No, you fuck it. Experience drain. That's what we need. That was like the worst.
Negative levels. Negative levels are great. Super good.
Ugh.
No, let's not do
Highly
that.
impactful game.
Yeah. You guys remember EverQuest? That was fun.
Anyway, I'm no longer in the bugbear range, so I'm going to step over this corpse and duck back where I can't get fucking nerfed.
All
Nah,
right.
Adam, you know what we need? ECL. Give me
Yeah,
some
good.
ECL for
Listen,
the race.
I think that the developers of Dungeons and Dragons finally learned that all levels are monstrous, and so we don't need to tack on any additional complexity. A first level fighter is a bigger monster than any monster that exists in the world. They are a killing machine of villainy, so it's fine. All right, so Rin, you move to safety. The last remaining bugbear, the last
What?
of the bugbear.
I didn't do anything yet.
God, why do we keep skipping you? Go, do your longsword attack. Rin.
Okay,
Oh, it's because
fine.
we were talking and I thought you were
I'm
done.
not doing the long. Well, maybe I will do the longsword attack on this bugbear. Sure, why
Playing
not?
a new game called Skip Rin's Turn. Go
Fuck
ahead.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that cringe. She was so judged.
Okay.
11 damage.
Roll. Oh, Jesus, 11 damage. All right. Well, thankfully, we can pretend the bugbear had lots of hit points if you want, but it's dead. No matter how many hit points it had, it's very dead. So what does that look like?
Oh,
So Rin's first swing is just pathetic, right? You just like flail in the air. The second attack, how is it different? What have you learned,
So I
Rin?
come around behind it, and it's so focused on 8 that it doesn't even like notice me there because I'm not a valid threat in melee.
Right.
And I just like Rin closes her eyes and just like cuts the air with the sword.
Yeah, so the only way you know you're successful is that there's a spray of hot blood on your face. Yank your sword out as it falls to the ground.
like pull my sword out, like I know why I didn't do this before.
You're like, I'm gonna become a fighter now. You can finish your move now because nothing threatens you.
Yeah, I guess I will get out of eye beam range.
Yeah. Bye. Okay, so now there's no bugbears, so we just go straight to the
Woo.
Zamboni. Let me roll to see what attack it uses. Number 4. Coming in at number 4. It is a strength saving throw. All right, so as promised, Jewel, you will believe a cat can fly. Make a saving throw. This is a... It's a 1. Good. Okay. All right, so
There is 6 total.
Nirazar lifts you up into the air once more on wings of fur.
Why?
And and now you are restrained and you are flying and you're only 20 feet. Okay. All right. So Jewel, it's your turn. You are holding your bow though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You moved. You didn't say that you picked up your bow because you dropped it when you went prone.
No, I shot my bow last turn. I'm definitely holding
you
it.
shot it last turn. That's right. Yeah. So you would have used this part of your move to pick it up. That's right. So you moved So you shot it as you were moving. Okay. Yeah. Do it again. That's right.
Definitely, I shot it last turn.
Yeah, I was just trying to separate like the move from the attack, and I couldn't remember who you attacked last turn. So you're good. Yeah.
Okay. So I have disadvantage, but that's fine. You know what?
There's advantage against you. It doesn't matter. You hit.
Okay. You know what? Fine.
Nice. This is a good hit.
And then she yowls as a bonus action.
And what is giving you sneak attack on that?
Right now it should be. I might not actually have it right now.
Yeah, because if you do have disadvantage, then I think that negates it. Let me.
No, it doesn't. It's the fancy. Oh god, there's so many. I don't need advantage if a creature are within 5 feet of it, and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you.
Okay, and then
don't have
check
disadvantage, so
sneak attack because you do have disadvantage.
Yep.
And I think sneak attack is just straight up negated if you have disadvantage.
Yeah, so 7 damage.
So it's just 7. Okay. All right. I will refund it 13 hit points. Okay. All right. So you fire at the thing.
This is the downside of swashbucklers is like 16 different scenarios.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay. All right. So
There's nothing to
Macaria
fight. That's
skeleton
fighting.
can't do anything because there's nothing to fight.
So it's just like
8. It is your turn.
Okay, I begin moving towards the beholder that I secretly wanted to fight the whole time, but I was busy defending everyone. I'll throw my javelin at it.
Okay. You hit
22. 12 points damage.
Nice.
I will continue moving.
Okay.
Since I don't need to drop my javelin because I threw it,
That's right.
as part of my movement, I will draw my halberd and I'll
Okay.
make my second attack with my halberd.
Poke. Okay.
Jim
Jim.
halberd.
Jim Halberd. That's right. And Jim does not perform. You do not strike the beholder.
it's
Too many things.
fine. I got a skull that's gonna take care of this. It's fine.
Yeah, it will. It's fine.
Okay. The skull does not
Nope.
work. It's a 9.
Okay.
But I'm gonna poke my head out.
Okay.
And I look and I'm just like point at it and say, "Go back to the death. You're still dead. I don't know. Just die, okay?"
Yeah, you're not sure how to deal with this thing because this is the coolest undead you've ever seen in your life.
It's so good.
I had a Gandalf line, but fuck it, die.
Yeah, that's
Right,
pretty much.
that's my favorite part of Lord of the Rings where Gandalf gets up on the bridge and he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you, Balrog, suck it, Mordor." I love it. Gandalf, he's such a badass.
The bells ring. It's great.
So he fails. He fails the saving throw.
And it takes 15 necrotic damage.
All right, he takes 15 necrotic damage. So now I have to make a Constitution save
Oh, because he's a Zambo.
because he's a Zamboni.
Die.
So it's a
Love
DC.
that.
It's a DC 20 because you deal 15 damage.
Die.
Gets a 17 and is dead.
Yeah.
Just withers and shrivels up and deflates like a big stupid balloon
I was
and
really hoping I would get to mock him to death.
falls to the floor
Next time.
dead.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
We
You,
did it,
Awesome.
team.
you killed Beholder. And yes, and then we just hear meow as you also plummet to the floor.
10 damage. Gosh darn it.
You fall, taking 10 damage, and are knocked prone.
And we have 666 viewers, the number of the beast.
Shit, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I think you've all earned a little break. Let's take we'll take 5, and we will come back and we'll be able to finish exploring this room. Congratulations on defeating the Beholder zombie. Don't go anywhere. We have lots more Dungeons and Mad Mage right after this. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Roll20 presents the cast, and then Makaria has gone to join Merkel in the realm of the dead, but I'm sure she'll be back eventually.
Bone throne stream. Bone throne stream.
Flash cut Blue Jay sitting on a throne made out of bones.
That's right, yeah.
maniacally.
Yeah, seriously, we need to get Blue Jay a chair emote that's just a throne of bones.
What if we got her like a toilet seat cover that's like got bones in it? You know, they make those like acrylic plastic ones, and then it'd be your bone throne.
I wonder if there's somewhere on the internet you can get a like replacement toilet seat that's made of clear acrylic full of skulls.
I'm gonna regret this, but
sorry,
I'm going
Blue Jay. We're trying to find out a way to get you an actual bone throne.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nope, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. So okay. So the Beholder.
You're making fun of me, and I hate it.
We're making fun of Makaria, but it's fine. She's not you, thank God. But not Merkel though. Don't thank him. So the Beholder zombie deflates like a hot air balloon made out of meat and crumples to the floor. And then the room is quiet, save for the occasional dripping of blood or body.
I want to go look at that Undead Beholder.
Yeah, you want to go check it out?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'm just like, can I use my knowledge of medicine and necromancy to see what it was that animated it, or just like, is there?
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I've never seen an undead
go out on a
beholder.
limb, and I'm gonna say it was probably magic.
Right? Who's magic?
I don't think they signed it.
Oh, okay. Can I just like, I guess, fictionally examine the corpse of this creature?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was alive at one point, and then it died, and then evil magic brought it back. But it's not perfect, right? Because half of its eye stalks are dead. It's undergone some decay.
Ah, so she's basically just like poking at this gooey, deflated mass, and like probably like a couple seconds after she gets here, like the head that she created like disappears. And she's still just like, she might like use her, I don't know if she has a dagger or anything sharp. She probably has something sharp, like a quill. She just like pokes it in one of the eyeballs and sees like what kind of gross, disgusting goop comes out. Oh, it's great and disgusting.
Yeah, the necromancer who was trying to preserve it could only find 5 copper coins.
Oh, right. So that's why only 4 eyes work, of course.
Yeah, well, people don't carry around copper.
So let's see. Yeah, there's nothing unusual that you can detect about this particular corpse. Like, it's a dead beholder. I think most people know what a beholder like looks like, right? It's a kind of scary monster.
Well, we've seen the stuffed one that was in the Zoblob
that's
shop.
True. Yeah. So this is the second dead beholder you've ever seen. But yeah, I mean, nothing about it. Like it was brought back by magic. There's no like medicine's not going to help you with anything. I don't have a cause of death, so
Okay, that's fine. I just like fictionally then she's just like poking at this dead beholder.
it is cooler than any
making notes probably.
It's way cooler than any undead. Like if you found a dead beholder or you all killed a beholder, you could not do this.
Yeah, and that's why she's like, as a weird, creepy student of necromancy, she's like kind of taking notes. Like you see her bring out her journal and like her like ink, and she's just like scribbling something and then poking at the eye and then smelling it and maybe even like really disgustingly licking it.
Actually,
and then,
can you make a medicine check real quick while you examine it? Because there is something that is worth noting, maybe.
Medicine. I roll a 21.
Nice. Okay, so it does have some fungus growing on it, and that fungus is not native to like. It's Underdark fungus. Right? It has a weird fungal infection that you can only get from the Underdark.
It's from the Thunderdark.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so she probably like, I don't know, finds
I was also laughing at Underdungus.
I take an empty potion bottle from
the
a
Holy
potion
Trinity:
healing that
Chungus,
I've
Grungus,
used
and
before.
Underdungus. Okay, so you take a bottle. You want to take a sample of the.
I want to take a sample of the underfungus.
You want to take a scraping of its underfungus?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You can write down fungal. Write down fungal scraping.
I
Got
feel
it.
like, I
That's
feel like
what
Rin is standing in the background just trying to get the blood off of herself.
Yeah, you could spray it with
It's like-
bugbear juice.
Like, a handkerchief, like wiping her face and hands.
Ugh.
Remember, if you want to take those fungal samples to the quest giver, you only have 30 minutes, and they're all the way in Thunderblood.
Oh man,
Yeah, you get the fungus from its grundle.
gross.
And it's yeah.
This was already gross, and you're making it more gross.
Now you have a fungal bundle. Actually, if you get several funguses, then you have a fungal bundle, which is my favorite subscription website. Go to fungalbundle.com.
Oh my god.
You can sign up to get all kinds of cool fungus in your email.
Oh, gross.
Discounted fungus. You get a whole bunch of different kinds of fungus for a set price. It's great. All right. So yeah, the room is, as with so many rooms you visited, now full of corpses.
It's my favorite way to be.
So
I
congratulations.
don't understand the connection though. I don't know why all these corpses show up.
I mean,
Right.
I do.
As
It's because
we-
we
as we
willed them
talked-
into existence.
Yeah, as we talked about before, philosophy and causality don't work the same in Dungeons and Dragons.
So, Adam, I want to have a look at this circle that they were in. This
Yeah.
circle on the ground.
Sure.
It's not
Jewel
magic.
collects all of her weapons and then
The Xanathar kit.
I tell my Zambo to come back over to me, and I make sure it's okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you don't have any zombies. You have a skeleton.
Sorry, my skelly boy.
Yeah. It's
Skelly
not
girl.
okay. It's at like 8 of 13 health. It's
Well,
not.
when we short rest, it can also short rest.
That's right. Okay. So Rin, to answer your question about like what the deal is. Oh, also the bless spell is complete. To answer your question about the circle, it appears, not to be an arcane sigil of any kind. It is, I don't want to say hastily drawn. They drew it with care. But it appears to be mostly bounding an area in which fights take place. The stone floor around it is got chunks of bugbear fur, splatters of blood, sweaty footprints. The whole room has kind of like a sweaty smell, which is quickly becoming overwhelmed by the smell of corpse farts from the other room. But it looks like this was a room in which there was a like it's a watch post, but they in blood painted on the floor a Xanathar's symbol, which they used to fight. Now in the room, you see all around the walls, all around the outside walls, there are stone brackets that have been used to hang leather hammocks. So there are those.
Okay, so this is like some kind of bunk room as well.
Yeah, it was like an area where they hung out, some kind of barracks watch post type deal.
Jewel will give a look around with an investigation.
Okay.
Hanging
Yeah,
bed for a
I'm
bugbear.
doing the same thing, so I'll help you out.
What do you call a hanging bed for a bugbear? Shit, I gave it.
You tried, Dave. You tried. Sometimes you scoop yourself mid joke. Okay.
Yep.
So with an 18, you do the jewel thing. You like examine the walls. You touch them with your invisible gloves. You find no hidden objects, no switches, no traps, anything like that.
Well, all right then.
Me and my skeleton are holding the door.
What a boring room. We should check at least the body of what's her name, the angry axe.
Oh yeah. Jewel definitely looted all the bodies.
Okay. They don't appear to have any like unusual equipment. Nadia's axe is well used and much loved, but not magical in any way. And I don't think. Yeah, I don't think any of them. Yeah, none of them have any like equipment on them, or that's worth stealing, and no money
It's
on them.
With a disappointed sigh, I retrieve my magical javelin from the Undead Beholder.
Okay.
Every time.
Yeah, and I guess I've like scrambled over the corpse of the deflated beholder, and I'm standing at this door with my skeleton, kind of just like leaning against it.
I don't want to spoil your narrative here, but everywhere you go, you're doing that with your skeleton. So
hanging out.
I would be weirded out if you somehow went to the door without your skeleton.
with
but you
my
know what?
other skeleton.
Anything's possible with magic. So there's a stone door here. The door appears like normal. There doesn't appear at glance. It's one of these like stock doors that he bought in bulk to populate the dungeon.
Right. Cool. So there's nothing else in that room then.
No, they must be guarding this door.
Do you want to? You all look
I'll
awful.
go through the door first. Thank you for earlier.
For what?
She like looks at Makaria like, does Makaria not want to? Never mind.
She's definitely not. It's not about like, for what? I didn't do anything. It's like I took you from the realm of death where you rightfully belong. So you shouldn't be thanking me.
Oh, she's like, I punished you.
Yeah.
Is that what she views bringing people back to life as?
I mean, like you could view it as like your time isn't like done. You got more stuff to do before you can be like given the promised release of death. Or you could view it as like, but don't we all just wish to escape this mortal coil?
Joke's on you. You're still alive.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't thank me anyway. I'll get out of the way.
Okay. Jewel will open the door.
Okay. All right. The door is open.
Yeah, you haven't earned this yet.
So you see beyond a wide hallway to the west, and then you see another door just south of you down here.
Okay. She'll kind of walk up to the corner and like peek around to see if there's anything interesting about the hallway.
Okay. It's very long. So one thing you do notice about this hallway, you see that there are it's an arched ceiling, long hall with an arched 30-foot high ceiling, and the ceiling itself is studded with glowing red crystals that cast a dim light throughout the hallway.
The whole ceiling.
The ceiling has crystals on it?
Yeah, ceiling's covered in crystals.
Can I see the
How
end of the
far up
hallway?
is the ceiling?
You can see as far as like your token can see.
Okay. Which appears
Like
to
how
be
far
portions of the
high?
hallway.
How high is the ceiling?
30 feet.
Okay.
Arcana check red crystals.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. 7?
It's probably magic. Yeah, they're probably magical glowing
Sick
glowing
deal.
Yeah,
crystals.
maybe some magic.
Sick deal.
Yeah.
There's this other door on the other side. Do we want to? I just don't like the idea of stuff sneaking up behind us. So if we want to check out, and I'm like going, me and my skeleton and my skeleton are.
It's my favorite D&D podcast, My Skeleton, and Me.
Yeah, I think Jewel would probably
I mean, that's a long hallway to get ambushed. And
want to investigate the hallway.
Yeah, how far down the hallway can you see, Jewel? Do you see all the way to the end?
let's see
I
here.
can see the door at the end and
Yeah.
those crossbow-looking things.
So when Jewel peers
Oh,
down
yeah.
the hallway,
Yeah.
and you can all see this, sitting at the end of the hallway are two enormous ballista, which is to say a giant
that's me.
giant crossbow. They are both cocked. There is a bolt in them. The bar is pulled back, and they're just sitting there pointing down the hallway.
Great.
Jewel points at it and she's like, my trap sense is tingling.
Yeah, they have not yet. They have not yet launched
Wait,
enormous
how
arrows
long
at
is
you.
Trap
this hallway?
No way. The ballistas weren't a giveaway.
Because it says my vision, it says dim light within 60 feet of
Yeah,
you.
but the reason you can see it is because there's light in the hallway.
Oh,
The
so
hallway
they
has
lit
dim light.
that up?
So there's crystals scattered throughout the hallway. So the whole hallway has this like red glow, as if somebody bought a bunch of hue bulbs and was showing off.
Well, then we should definitely not be in this hole.
Maybe we should go across the hall to the other door and through there.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good idea.
It seems like you're safe where you are now because they haven't shot crossbow bolts.
I
at
think
you.
we would know if we were getting shot.
I think
Yeah.
crossbow bolts is a little bit of a like
small trees.
crossbow bolts for a hill giant. Like
Yeah.
Jewel is now like concerned that these are like related to opening the doors potentially at all. So she'll be extra cautious and check this door before she opens it.
Okay, but why isn't find traps a ritual? Come on now. It seems like a pretty worthless
Ooh.
spell to waste a spell slot on.
So what are you investigating? The door on the other side?
Yeah, she's piqued her curiosity. So she's basically trying to see like, are these this door and maybe also the other door, are they like connected at all? Like, is there some sort of trigger associated with these doors that might set off a ballista?
This is so silly. So as you're examining the door, I will tell you this: the door, it takes a minute or two to fully check it. Door's not trapped, so you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Also, is it locked?
Yeah, and it's not locked. No. So this is weird. Like, these things are just sitting there, but you're safe. Yeah. So you're okay for now. Seems like you could just open the door.
She kind of turns and looks at the group, just like, we're gonna open the door. There's a door at the other end of the hallway, so maybe we can.
I don't plan to go straight towards the giant crossbows.
Okay.
So.
Jewel will open this door.
Okay. You do. There is a hallway immediately on the other side that goes west.
She will step through the door.
Okay. I have a feeling from your reaction, I know where this goes.
So in this hallway, it goes west as far as you can see. And it just extends out in that direction.
Okay.
Actually, one of two things happens here, okay? One, for some reason, this just bypasses the trap. Or two, the ballista bolts fire down this corridor, and the safe one is the one where you walk up to them.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
Jewel will cautiously begin walking down.
I can send the skeleton down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. Jewel agrees with that.
I tell the skeleton to head straight forward down this hallway and stop when it reaches the edge of my vision, which is, I don't know, I'll just will it to stop when it gets to there.
Okay.
I think Jewel will back up. So
it begins walking down the hallway. You tell me when to stop.
Okay. I can see until
you need to actually get into the hall. Yeah, there you go.
So I'll be like, yep, go ahead. Keep on going.
Okay.
Skelly boy. Go on.
Okay.
The skeleton has vision, but my character's vision ends like right here.
Okay,
so
he stops there.
There's nothing so far.
Okay, let's catch up to it then, I guess.
I can't see out of its eyes, so.
Yeah.
Then again, there are some things, and while we're walking down the hallway, there are some things that aren't triggered by the footsteps of the undead, so who knows? We could still be in imminent danger.
I'm watching because I'm convinced something weird happens in this hallway when you go in the other hallway. So
yeah, 8's watching the ballista.
Yeah.
Cool. I come upon the skeleton and direct it to continue to the end of the hallway.
Yeah, as you can see, the hallway continues west for several more feet and then goes south.
Well, I guess it goes to the end to the wall where it can't go that way any longer and anything.
Yeah, so it gets there and then stops.
Do I hear like anything happening?
You hear the clattering footsteps of a skeleton.
Well, Jewel is there.
It turns again.
What?
Yeah, the hallway goes south.
Maybe,
and then goes east.
Entirely unconnected hallways. And the other one would clearly lead to something interesting, maybe thus the whole murder trap portion of it. And this is just...
This dungeon was made by a mad mage. He could put a murder trap in front of something that's not interesting in the least.
That's true.
But do we want to check?
No. 8! There's nothing down there. Come follow us or you'll get separated forever.
To the ballistas and fire them so that they are disarmed.
Why do you want to approach the ballistas? There's more.
Well, there's a door down at the end of that hallway, Makari, and we don't know what's in the door.
I want to take one with us.
The ballista?
Yes.
If you wish to die, go ahead.
Not by myself.
Okay,
Fine.
I'm not doing
hang
it.
on 1 second before you go anywhere. Stay where you are for a second there. 8. I have to roll something. And what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. All right. You get ambushed before you get ambushed before you get a chance to do anything. So from behind you, you hear a shout, and 3 bugbears who have been following you rush towards you and attack. So you hear this like rah, and the 3 of them like run forward, springing from hiding and charging towards you. and then just start pummeling you with their things.
Well, shit.
And the reason it was passive perception is because 8 didn't say like I'm looking behind me for threats. 8 was focused forward, and that's what passive
On the
perception is
hallway,
for.
yeah.
Yep. So the bugbears all get to make an attack. And if they hit, they get their bonus, and they were stealth. So they were hiding first. So this ambush is the only chance they're going to get to hit you. Let's see if it happens. So first swing is a 15 with advantage, so 15.
No.
Second one is an 18 with advantage.
No.
And the third one is a 16 with advantage. So what's great is they're like, rah! They come running out, and they're just like, bong, 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 and they'll hit you, and nothing happens. And they're just like, keep attacking, like, kill it. So everyone can roll initiative real quick. And let me clear the order first.
Oops.
That's
Sorry.
okay. It's fine. I'll add both of y'all. Okay.
I'd like to keep my 25.
Yeah, that's fine. So you got a 15, 8,
Yep.
and then Jewel.
Oh, I can re-roll to put my token on.
No,
there.
I got it. Jewel, you got a 25, you said?
My skeleton got a 3.
Good shit. That's that good shit right there.
And it's also slow, if I remember. So it's never getting to the fight. No, the skeleton
has
so the zombies slow.
Switch to swords as opposed to short bow.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. All right. So here's what you hear, Jewel. A lot of shouting. You hear Bugbear shouting, and then like somebody hitting a gong really hard a bunch of times.
Oh, that's someone trying to hit 8.
Yeah, you've heard this sound before.
I got ambushed.
We're
Clang,
gonna
clang.
she's very fast. So let's do it. All right, so I can do 60 and then another 30. I think I can get 90. Yeah, because I can.
Okay.
120.
Hmm?
You can do 180. You can
Can
feel
I?
it.
Okay, so I can bonus action dash, so that gets me 60 feet, right? And then I guess if I use my feline agility, I can double my speed. So would that mean I move 120?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll move 120.
Okay.
Uh,
Still not in range. You could also use your action to dash and move 180.
Oh, that was the thing that I was like, where are you getting the extra 30 feet from? I forgot you can convert action into running. I think that was 120.
Because you can take the dash action, which is move your movement.
Right. Then I will do that.
Okay.
I moved an extra, so 60 and
You can't go through them, so you have to end up one.
I actually don't know where they are, so I just read.
Yeah. You'll see when you come around the corner.
Oh, so Jewel gets to there.
Ring! You just like rip down the hallway and end up there. Good. Just in time for me to beat you to death. Makaria,
That may not have been
it is your
the
turn.
best, but
Man, I actually rolled pretty well. I hear the sounds of my friend being whooped upon, and I'm like, oh dear, something has. I will bonus action to tell my skeleton to follow me, and then I will walk as far as I can go.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm bad at these things. Anyway, I get to there,
Mhm.
and I'm not as fast as Jewel, but I'm just like, ugh. 8, if you don't have those things murdered by the time we get there, I will be disappointed in you. You're muted still. It's fine.
I'm just not saying anything. Opening my mouth like, what would 8 say? No, you just ignore you.
They just don't care. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Cool. So 8. It is your turn. You are being ambushed.
I'm going to hit this one with a javelin.
Do it.
Javel him.
You miss.
Oh, I don't have bless anymore.
That's right.
Oh well. Try
And you
again.
aren't gonna get it like this.
So get another one. Ooh, another miss. Taken by surprise.
Good job, 8.
Yeah.
Big silly. There's
Okay.
no point pushing over because they get straight back up.
So the 2 bugbears move forward. Let's start with the one that is going to almost certainly miss, hitting 8. Here comes the swing. I get a 22. Oh, I hit you.
Yeah, Vryn's not there to.
I can't do anything
So
about it.
22 hits for 13 piercing damage.
Shit!
So bang, bang, bang. They're all hammering away at you. One of them finally, like as Jewel runs up, one of them finally swings wide and bang, hits you in the head. And you are knocked to the floor. All right. The other 2 attack Jewel. Here's the first one. I get a 22 for 16 damage.
I will half that.
Yeah, good call. And then the second one, a 15, which is a narrow miss. Okay. All right. So next up is Rin.
I also think we might have calculated my move run wrong, so I'm doing some math.
I
Not that it
fucking
matters now, but for
I
later.
fucking hoof it down the corridor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it.
Okay.
All I can do.
Okay, and then your skeleton. Go ahead and move your skeleton.
I gotta make sure I'm on the right PC. Okay. Or just don't.
I could move it for you. What's its movement rate? 30?
I did it.
Okay. All right.
I just like my mouse was on the other screen and
Skeletor comes running up behind you. Jewel.
it's trying.
It's you and 3 bugbears.
8's unconscious, right?
One of the bugbears is small, one of them's medium sized, and one of them's too big. They're
I
mad. They're
fooled
mad at you about stealing their porridge.
I think she knows the other ones are far away, and she knows she also can't take out 3 bugbears without 8, and she has 6 potions. So she's gonna pop a potion as her action and feed it to 8. Just pour it down his throat.
I don't have a.
Well, she's gonna rub it in his face.
Oh boy.
And then she's gonna
No throat, not a
nothing for her to
boy.
do. She does. I don't have like a bonus.
Yeah,
action.
there's like you have to step on 8's foot, and then a panel opens up. Then you have to unscrew a cap.
Yeah,
which is
she pours
thankfully
gas in his tank.
Yeah, thankfully the cap's on like a little chain, so you can just let it go and it'll just hang there. But no matter what you do, you're gonna get healing potion on the outside, and if you don't wipe it off, it's gonna damage the paint job. It's a whole thing.
It's just not a good.
Yeah,
sign.
you got it's nobody ever gets it right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you get 7 back. So you're prone, but yeah.
Back up. Gonna do some fighting.
Okay. All right. And that's your turn, Jewel?
Yeah.
All right. Makaria, it is your turn.
Oh, it's my turn again.
And Chad is so confused about how to do basic math. And like, I can't fault you for it, but like,
No, it's because the feline agility straight up
30.
doubles it.
yeah, it doubles your speed, which is 30, which
30.
becomes 60. And then you
90.
use 3 actions to move.
Does it double my speed before or after it becomes 60?
Why would it double it after it becomes 60?
Because it just says when you move in your turn, you can double your speed until the end
Yeah,
of the
so
turn.
your
All
speed
your
speed is a stat, right?
Yep.
What is
So
your
your
speed
speed instead
stat
of
is
being
30, which
30,
is
it's
doubled
60.
to 60. And then you
Then
move
you
60 feet 3 times.
You use your move action, you use your action, and you use your bonus action as a rogue. So
Yeah.
that's 3 movements. Your movement speed is now 60.
Yeah, and the dash action is you move your speed, right? That's what that dash
It's not
action
you
is.
move 30 feet. It's you move your speed.
No, the dash action, I think.
Does the dash action say something else? Because
Yes.
because if
So
it doubles
dash action,
your speed, then it just
Increase equals your speed. So when you gain extra movement. That extra movement does not count towards your speed for the multiplying of making it.
but it doubles
extra.
your
No.
speed first. So your
Yeah,
speed
you
is 60 when you add your 60 to it.
Any movement on the turn is your speed, which is 60 at that point.
I think that's how that works.
Sounds good to me.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Why is it not just you move your speed? Why is this an entire paragraph?
No, it's because you gain extra movement for the increase equal
Why?
to your speed after applying any
Okay,
modifiers.
extra move for the current turn.
So wait,
increase
after
equals
applying
after applying
modifiers.
modifiers. Yeah, so it's double, right? Because it's the modifier is that it's doubled. So
then 60, and then I'm now moving extra 60.
you move an extra 60, yeah, which is just like what
just
we did.
one dash action would be 120.
No.
It's 60.
It's so basically you gain in a turn you have movement to spend, and your movement is equal to your speed. If you take the dash action, the movement that you're allowed to move is equal to your speed. And it gives you that again. So all it is, the way that we're doing it mechanically, like the dash action letting you move your speed is the same as if you gain extra speed. So it's just 60 times 3. Yeah. Every time you take the dash action, you can move your speed. It's phrased very weird. And to Dave's
It's
point,
basically like
yes.
you're sprinting. So instead of being able to,
It's
have
just
your
a question of where
movement-
the doubling applies, I think, as part of it.
Yeah, I think it doubles your speed at the beginning of the turn, and then you're allowed to move 60 during your turn.
Yeah.
And then the dash action gives you another 60 to move. Then the dash action gives you another 60 to move. So you have 180 total if all
your
you do is move.
movement, the action, and the stunning, the
Yeah,
bonus.
there isn't actually a move action in this.
The
so
only
it's-
reason why I'm would
Oh.
argue this is that it says it increase equals your speed after applying any modifiers.
The
So
modifier-
if
Yeah, but your
considered
speed-
it
your speed-
doubling
but your
to be a modifier, then my speed was 60, and then you would add your
60.
speed,
Yes.
which is another 60.
No, but that's still only
that-
120 with the first dash action.
But that's one dash action. That's 120, not counting the actual move.
No, I think the
No,
dash
it is.
action
No, you're
includes
right.
the
You're like
move.
we're counting it out. So your total movement for the turn starts at 30. Tabaxi speed doubles your total movement to 60. Taking the dash action adds your speed to your speed, which makes it 120. Taking the dash action again adds your speed to your speed, which is another 60. So it's 180 total. That's how it works, right?
But then where's my move action?
There is no move action. There's no such thing. You're allowed to move 30 feet in a turn. That's not an action.
That's where I'm getting.
That's why it's confusing, right? Because because there's no such thing as the move action. What you can do on your turn is take the dash action, which increases your free movement that you get as part of your turn, no matter what.
So then I can get 60 free movement, 60 movement,
Yes.
from
The dash action.
60 on your own, another 60 every time you dash, which is twice.
It's fine. We're right.
So
You did it right.
180. Yeah.
You're
It'd still be
Fine.
180. Yeah,
all of this is just to say you did it right.
it's
I
the
was
phrasing.
just trying to figure out where to add the multipliers.
Yeah. Hang on, I have to grab my doorbell just rang. Sorry, be entertaining for like 5 minutes.
I don't think
That's
we can.
impossible.
That is
We could talk
impossible.
about more math again.
We
I-
are
Let's not do that.
So used to playing fourth where you had move was an action.
See, yeah, the thing is that like I feel like your movement, while it's not defined as an action in terms
Yeah.
of D&D, on your turn you have an action.
Yeah.
And then you have your movement. What this is doing is it's making your speed, which is separate from those two things, 60.
Yeah.
And your speed determines how far you can get in that movement action.
Mhm.
Right?
I
Which
am-
is really an action. So your move is 60 feet
Sorry.
as an
I had to take
action
the dash action
on your
several
turn.
times.
Anyway, it's
So
fine.
my
I
my
moved-
front door is 30 feet away from my chair.
Okay,
And then I had to take the dash action, but I'm not a tabaxi, so
Can we stop
I
with
took
this
a level of
entire
exhaustion running
situation?
downstairs.
Are you a rogue? Do you have cunning actions?
I'm
Can
not.
you-
I definitely am. I'm a first level commoner.
I'm really done with this whole
can't.
conversation. Can we move
Listen,
on?
you know, this is the thing, though. In my opinion, this conversation is as much a part of playing Dungeons and Dragons as doing silly voices and making sex jokes.
Wrong.
It is.
No, it absolutely is.
Okay, but we figured
All right,
it out.
we did figure it out. All right, Makaria,
I already did it.
it's your turn.
I did
you
it.
moved. Right. Okay. Cool. How many dash actions did you?
I
It's actually
want
interesting though, because I
to-
didn't realize move wasn't an action. I'm glad we had that conversation. It has changed the way I think about D&D's mechanics. All right, 8. You're prone. You're surrounded by bugbears. You got 7 hit points. What are you gonna do?
Stand up.
Okay. All right. Good. No, my stairs they're not difficult terrain. They're a trap, and I had to make a dexterity save at the top of the stairs, or else fall prone and take like a bunch of damage. Wouldn't that have been embarrassing if I had fallen down the stairs and been knocked unconscious? What would you have done? Like,
We're just like,
I just get up to go to run downstairs, and then you just hear this like thumping noise, and then I just don't come back.
Oh no!
What would you
Yeah,
do?
that's a question. I
The
would
stream.
probably...
You couldn't turn the stream off. Someone
No,
would have
I
to
would
come to my
call-
house.
What's
I
the
would
emergency services?
message. I would message someone that might have your landlord's number to go check on you.
Fair. All right. I'll try not to fall down the stairs. Actually, my landlord's at work, so it wouldn't have made any difference.
That was you asked me what I would do.
and plus, because I'm a commoner, I only have like 4 hit points, so it definitely would have killed me.
Like a regular alley cat could just kill you.
Yeah, my stairs are like give or take about 10 feet, so there's a pretty good chance I would die if I fell down the stairs. So let's be glad that didn't happen. Okay, what are you doing, Nate? You're gonna stand up, I presume. Oh, so here's the thing. You're prone. You drop your javelin, but you have your shield attached to your arm. That's why Doff Dawn is a thing. So as you stand, you can pick your javelin up with you.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, cool. Good.
Because I need it for stabbing.
You do. It's very important for stabbing.
None of these have taken damage yet, have they?
No, they're all in fine shape.
Let's just stab this one to my right.
Okay.
It's slightly smarter to attack that one because Macarian might get range.
The one that's there or the one that's further away?
Sorry, the one the bottom right of me.
Let's use compass directions.
Southeast.
Okay, perfect. Good.
22.
Nice.
14 points of damage on my first attack.
All right. Stab.
I'll attack again. I'll mark it, by the way, with that. 28 points of damage.
Okay.
To hit. 14 points of damage.
Dead. Super dead. Doesn't matter if it's marked. It's toast. Blah.
I thought bugbears were tougher than that. Oh, well.
You did 28 damage.
This one has 3 intellect devourers in its head, so it's like
Oh yeah. Actually, it's not just intellect devourers, but like its lungs are an intellect devourer, and it's
also its heart and everything.
Yeah, it's bloated with intellect.
It makes you make a con save.
That's actually like that's a pretty cool idea, right? Save. Yeah, like a heart with little legs that like sucks your constitution and like
in the LARP that I play,
living bowels.
There's a ritual to do that to someone. Summon their heart to you.
Cool. I like it.
Just climbs out of their mouth like a spider and runs to you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 8, do you want to shield smash?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm thinking about that now. Like, does part of the ritual also like sever all the arteries connecting it, or does it just come up and just like is all attached?
The intellect devourer, it would have to. The weird thing is, an intellect devourer by nature has to be smaller than your own brain because it's got arms and legs. It has to fold up and like sit in your head. So their brains are actually like smaller than normal brains.
A T-Rex brain, size of a peanut.
Yeah, exactly. They're not to scale. Okay, bugbear time.
Yeah,
bugbear time. Okay, one of them will attack 8. Come on.
Okay.
I got a 14. The other one will attack Jewel.
It's naughty behavior.
10. All right. These bugbears suck. Go home, bugbears. Rin.
Into the waiting hands of Merkel.
Rin, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, I was trying to explain something.
No one goes to the waiting hands of Merkel.
Let me just do the thing that of course I'm gonna do, which is done.
Aggressive movement.
Guess what? My skeleton does the same thing.
Good. All right. Jewel, how many times would you like to dash?
I would like to dash all of the times. How many can I dash? She stabs. No dashing. Because she's dashing enough.
Any dancing? Any prancing?
She's going to stab it for, I don't have bless. I'm sorry, for 19.
Okay. All right. You hit. No problem.
For 18 damage.
Fuck yeah. All right.
And a little extra offhanded goodness. Maybe this will be enough.
That's a hit. Oh, yeah.
I turn out
I don't think you can do enough damage to kill it, though.
Probably not.
No,
for
you don't.
the good extra 2 points.
Yeah. Even at max, you couldn't kill them, but you did pretty good.
Tried.
All right. Macaria, you're almost in the fight.
Wait, so it's got 27 hit points.
Listen, I'm not gonna say how many hit points it has. You have a monster manual.
I thought
You
they
can-
had 33. I don't know
all
why.
these ones
Yeah,
have 27.
exactly. They just have more than 26 or whatever.
Mhm.
Makaria,
28, well, or equal to 28.
I do that too, Dave. When I'm a PC, I just like check armor class and hit points. I'm like, all right, I think it's 15. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
You have to. That's how you win.
Part
Yeah.
of playing D&D.
Yeah. What are you
Okay.
doing, Makaria?
Mechanics.
I'm gonna go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I start to see the whole fight that's happening. And I look back at my skelly friend and I say, kill the bugbears. And then I'm just going to stand here. I can't see past the wall, but I don't feel like it. So
So what did you? You moved. Your bonus action was commanding the skeleton to kill the bugbears.
uh-huh.
Okay, 8. Your turn. I mean, 8 may well have this fight over by the time you get there, or very close.
I'm gonna stab them on this taken damage.
Okay.
We're gonna finish them off.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked
Yeah,
that one,
shamefully.
but-
Yeah,
Oh well. 15 damage.
dead. Super dead. Blork.
Blork. And attack the one to the north of
For
me.
those listening, he critted, got a 29.
I've done a crit.
Yeah. But that was a crit against the already injured one. So, and then a regular hit with 25.
25
For
deal 13
13.
damage.
All right. Good work. All right. The remaining bugbear is alone. I'm going to make a morale check because this was supposed to be an ambush and it didn't go so well.
Run from me.
The bugbear gets a 5 and fails. Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity as the bugbear turns to flee.
Yeah, I
You
missed.
miss. All right. So the bugbear moves
Best believe I'm chasing down like
that way. Okay. Rin, it's your turn.
I'm sorry.
I continue to run up the hallway. 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And that's as far as I can get without forfeiting my other action. So I guess my other action is I move here so I can see anything that's happening. That's it.
Okay.
Because there isn't anything to engage with. And I'm like, what? Where's the,
Makaria, your skeleton goes looking for bugbears to kill. This would be a great time for a bugbear to show up at the other end of the hall and be like,
It just
"Woohoo!"
gets to right next to me.
Yeah. All right, Jewel, your turn. I think you're muted, Lauren.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Jewel kind of looks at 8. I don't even think she thinks about this, and she just books it. I'm gonna bonus action dash. So I think I should be able to get the full 60 feet
Mhm.
to right next to it.
Okay.
And she's like, yoo-hoo. And then uses her action to stab it.
Oh, I haven't had Yoo-hoo in forever.
16?
I don't know if I've ever had Yoo-hoo. That was the chocolate drink,
It's
right?
like I think isn't it? Yeah,
It's not
like
chocolate
it's like a
milk.
weird chocolate yogurt drink. Yeah,
Do you mean Yazoo?
it's
no,
called,
it's Yoo-hoo.
I think it's called
Rolling
something different
damage.
in where you're from.
19
Just do it.
damage.
You know you hit him. He's
know for
dead.
sure.
He was dead before you even started moving. Like we knew where this was going. So you leap on his back and drive the sword into his back and thump down he goes onto the.
Got him.
Then I will use my bonus action on my turn to tell my skeleton to not kill the bugbears.
I like the idea of having a skeleton be like kill the bugbear, and the skeleton's just like, okay, and just goes looking for any given bugbear to murder.
I mean, you said they're very dumb.
They are, yeah. They will literally, it would just attempt to kill the first bugbear it sees.
So I told it not to.
All right. So those ambushing bugbears, they are now dead. And
Look around to see if she can figure out where they came from.
yeah,
Wait, did you kill it?
it's super dead. Yeah.
Okay.
So either like they came from this room. Did they come from the other room? Did they come from the ballista? Like, or she's gonna spend some time.
It doesn't take long for you to see. There's a secret door you missed. It's back here.
Secret door!
Yeah. Yeah.
Curses.
Didn't you roll like an 18?
18. Yep.
20.
Jesus.
It was insufficient to locate the secret door.
She yells. And she's like, "I found a secret door."
Yeah.
Do we want to? There's probably more
Yes.
bugbears that will ambush us from this secret door. We should make sure that doesn't happen.
Clear out the bugbears.
There is
agree.
a second secret door sitting open on the other side as well over here.
Wait. Are we going past the? We're going backwards.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
everybody went
Macaria's-
back. There's two
Macaria's
secret doors
still
back
hanging
here.
out by the corpses of the bugbears.
Macaria. Macaria.
Why are we doing that?
This is where the ambush came from.
Door. They'll hear us.
I think she like. Are you like back? Are you? She like hears yelling and looks back into the tunnel where the fucking thing is. Like, why?
Because we want to make sure there are no.
Because this is where the
Treasures
ambush came from.
behind secret doors. Probably. There's not been very much treasure in this dungeon, weirdly.
So far.
Yeah.
I harumph behind you.
Okay. You don't have to spend any movement to do that.
No movement to harumph.
So in this area, the secret zone, you find, let's see, alcoves. There are 2 alcoves with secret doors on either side, right? Here and here. And then a third alcove. And on the wall, there is a familiar structure. You see an archway carved into the wall with an empty space in the middle. And let's see. I don't think this archway. Oh, yeah, the archway carved into the keystone of the archway is a strange-looking insectoid creature. Now, I don't know. I'm going to describe it, and anyone who's ever played D&D in the history of time will recognize it, but I don't know if you've ever fought one. In fact, I'm almost certain you've never fought one because 8 would be traumatized by one of these things. It's a small, kind of cockroach-looking thing with like a bit of an ankylosaurus tail, and it's got little moth-like antennae coming out the front of it. It's little, keystone arch. 8, you've never seen one of these. You would remember.
We killed all of them back in my plane.
That's right. But
Like,
Rin, maybe you could make like a nature check or an arcana check
Alrighty then.
upon examining it, because the 2 of you are the first ones to see it.
Arcana check it is. I rolled a 6.
Yeah, it looks familiar, but you can't figure out exactly why it does.
I can't imagine I paid much attention to things of this particular nature when I was studying.
Some kind of weird monster. Yeah.
So, can someone just remind me, like, isn't this probably just the Xanathar's hideout?
Yes, maybe.
I mean, it's the secret room behind their bunk area.
My concern is that there's more of them that will come ambush us.
Well, yes, that's well and good.
They
But
must have
also,
left their stuff somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
right.
This one's open, right? Jules going to peek around the door to see what's on the other side of this open secret door.
Big long room.
Open secret door.
It is a 20-foot high ceiling room hidden behind a secret door. Weapon and armor racks stand like library bookshelves in the middle of the room with dusty web-filled aisles between them.
Well, it doesn't look like they spend a lot of time here.
It's like the rusty, dust-covered version of that scene from The Matrix.
So, are we thinking that perhaps the Xanathar's Guild is guarding the way down deeper into the dungeon,
It is possible, but it's more about just exploring our options at this point in time, finding another staircase down. Not necessarily be good for us at this particular juncture.
I mean, looking at 8, I think finding a place to rest would have been more wise, but
We can't.
My internal chronometer. There is still...
This one is.
Can we not just
by a
pull up
secret
for
door.
an hour or so?
We could take a breather.
Yes.
Eight is spamming long rest, but 8's character just keeps saying, I can't do that yet. I can't do that. I'm not ready to do that yet. So
I just perhaps suggesting that we not hole up inside the realm where we were just ambushed from and instead try and get some distance.
Nobody
sense,
comes here. Look at all the dust.
Yeah, so these weapons, the room itself contains dozens of suits of plate armor, scale armor, chainmail, scores of shields, battle axes, warhammers, picks, and javelins. Most of these items have deteriorated to the point of uselessness. Rust has eaten away at the metal. Dampness has rotted the leather straps and bindings and the shield and armor. In the center of the room, there is a stone wheel half embedded in the floor. The wheel is 6 feet in diameter and made out of stone.
The stone wheel made of stone.
That's right.
So, can I just obviously like our footsteps are all around in this dust now, but can I just try and like use my wisdom tracking skill, survival, whatever, to see if like did the bugbears come from like did they ambush from just in this area, or had they also been in here? Because you said there was a secret door that was open.
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
Yeah, I just want to kind of because they're like they obviously no one's been here, and I'm like, but they came from here, y'all.
Are those monster spawning portals?
Who knows?
I got a 12.
Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, the floor is
Yeah,
dusty,
it's
but
not-
there's a
yeah.
bunch of bugbear footprints kind of scattered around it.
Yeah, no, it's we've already stepped in the dust. It's probably
It's like in old games where they didn't want to obfuscate things with draw distance or fog.
Yeah.
So enemies always spawned in rooms that were slightly out of line of sight for where you were supposed to enter for the fight.
No, dude, it's
They just spawn in there.
in the middle of the room. There's a pile of bones, and monsters just pop out of it. There's also a ham sitting on the ground for some reason.
So is
yeah,
this secret door like a door that we could? Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. A door that we could like bar.
Yeah, it's a door. It swings in this way, and it's secret on this side, but obvious on the side you're on. It was just hanging. It was hanging open because they didn't shut it.
Jewel,
Yes.
before we go about investigating whatever this is, can you help lock this thing? You're good at that, right?
Sure. I mean, I would normally do the opposite, but I suppose the mechanics are about the same.
I grab like some of the rotted halberds or whatever and just like use the stick part to try and like prop it closed.
Do you think we close that? I mean, assuming the Jules question will be like, are we staying in this room for
I mean, there's no other apparent exit or entrance. This would be the
that's what,
just as good as any other.
yeah.
I know that 8 won't admit it, but they look like they're about to collapse.
That is true. Oh, I did have to pour a potion down their orifice.
Anyway,
Such a gross word.
Right? Jewel will close the door. She might wait a hot second because it looks like 8 is about to poke the big stone wheel. And before she locks it, because she doesn't want to lock them in there if they need to escape.
right.
Yeah.
And then she might also suggest looking to see if there's any secret doors in here.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check. While that's happening, 8, did you want to fiddle with the like wheel?
Yeah, I don't know like why it's there, so I want to turn it.
Okay.
I figure if it's like 6 feet, it might be.
So as you turn the wheel, there is a section on the floor, just a little like foot and a half, like rectangular section, and as you turn the wheel, that section dips down into the floor on like a hinge, and then comes back up as the wheel goes around.
Like a ramp?
But it's tiny though. It's like that big.
What is this, a ramp for ants?
And it just dips down and then comes back up as you turn the wheel around.
Why?
Do that and then touch the thing. Jewel looks around. She does with a 6. She probably does not find anything.
Why does this?
Yeah, with a 6 you find nothing.
Oh, it doesn't. No. I'm thinking about this wrong. Yeah, it's a grindstone.
It is.
It's
Yeah, you're
not
thinking about it backwards.
Yeah.
So if you step on the rectangle, the wheel turns.
It's a grind.
I love how it takes 8 a minute and then they're like, got him.
Ding. Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to try to take a short rest here?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I'd like
You
to
guys
check.
like a tiny hut. I can create a tiny hut for
Yeah,
us to
absolutely.
rest in.
How many times can you do that?
It's a
It's a
ritual.
ritual.
As long as I
Okay.
have 10 minutes, I can cast it. It's cool.
May as well, sure.
So I
Or
cast
you
us up.
won't
a
let my
tiny hut.
skeleton come in.
No, I won't. It stinks.
I feel like Tiny Hut is one of those things, like with a bunch of other mechanisms in the game, that takes like a threat and just throws it out. Like, it's good, use it and everything, but like being able to ritual Tiny Hut means that you never have to worry about.
But
like,
you know
random
what it
encounters.
also means is that I've never used a useful third
It's
level
true.
spell.
All it does is
this
waste
whole
a spell slot.
fucking
It's
time,
bad for both
so-
of us, really.
Yeah, it's just it's not great.
Yeah, it's just like a zero-sum game. Like, you don't have to deal with the encounters, but it's, yeah. Okay, so you
I
conjure...
assume we get level 6 a little faster, and
Yeah,
it
right.
hasn't happened yet. So
So you conjure the tiny hut, and you can spend hit dice, however you like.
conjure-
My skeleton spends hit dice.
Your skeleton has 1 hit die, and so
It has
gains-
2.
Is it a 2 HD creature?
2d8.
Okay, well,
9.
It spends 1 of them.
go ahead and heal it. I don't care.
It gets.
go ahead and heal it.
What was the bonus that we get for?
It spends both of its hit die.
We get a bonus from Rin, right?
1 to
yeah,
6, I
D6.
think. It gets
1 to
5 hit points. Good job, skeleton.
Okay.
That's probably all you'll do with your measly unlife.
Let me, I'll let you do all your math and your hit points and stuff. I will figure out how much experience you get from all the
So-
bullshit. that
Oh, we
you
get
do.
experience on short rests too?
Yeah, yeah. You can't level up on a short rest.
It's fine. I didn't lose any hit points because I'm great.
Cool. This is that Twitter meme. Everyone, blank space. Blue Jay. This is how many hit points I got. I'm awesome. All right, so let's...
Everyone, nothing. Macaria, I'm great.
I'm great.
I mean, okay, you're saying it like
I
you're
got
making fun
shot.
of me, but honestly, like being enthusiastic about how great you are is a pretty cool thing to
And
do.
it's very on brand for Macaria and Blue Jay.
Despite being KO'd repeatedly during the Goblin Fiasco, well, I've learned, obviously.
I'd play Goblin Fiasco. That sounds like a fun game.
Goblin Den, but the Fiasco rules.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
Fiasco, but you're Goblin merchants. All right, and then Thorgs, they're worth
That sounds amazing.
Bye.
100 apiece.
Sell.
Okay. All right, and then the Beholder zombie. Okay, and then a lot of Bugbears. So Bugbears.
I'm just crossing my fingers for level 6.
There
I don't think-
is a Fiasco playset where you
Don't think we're gonna get there right now.
You play adventurers who have just finished an adventure. It's pretty fun. I think Logan Bonner wrote that one. Anyway, all right. So 1,000 and then 2%, 1,600. Okay, all right. Let me do the math.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting to level 6 right now.
Oh no, there's not enough to like, give you 3,000 each. Let's see. All right. So 1,800 for the air elemental, 450 for the berserker, 500 for the thugs,
I forgot about the air elemental.
1,800 for the beholder zombie, and 1,600 for all the bugbears. So 6150. Okay, here's the thing. If 2 of you want to level up, just kill the other 2 real quick, and
I'll
then
do
you
it.
can have. Don't volunteer for that. You will be on the losing end of that.
XP for that?
No, it depends on if they go willingly or not. If they
I
fight
know.
back, then yes, maybe you get some.
Macaria
I would fight
immediately
back.
stabs 8. Okay.
No fighting in the tiny hut.
Do we round that 0.5
Thank
up
you,
or
Dr.
down?
Strange Rin. Everything is rounded down in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
So
Oh god, I'm so close. It's like 800 XP.
yeah, everybody's getting close. 1,537.
Oh god, I'm also so close.
Everybody is. Yeah, you're all pretty close.
We have to fight a couple things before we long rest, everybody.
Yep. I need 1,000.
Right, no, but this is what I'm saying is that everybody's looking at each other in the hut and they suddenly start looking like turkey dinners. Like
I mean, except for they always did to Macaria, so she's just not powerful enough to actually do it yet, and she knows that. She's not that dumb.
So
So-
close to my wizard
8.
spells.
Dave, you rounded up instead of down. We should have the same number.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I actually just pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, 15:3. So, so for those of you who are paying attention, the on-screen timer is 14 hours to long rest. 14
I don't
hours
see
to
that.
long rest.
I don't believe it.
I need 1,000 XP. What can we kill?
All you
I
gotta do
love
is
how-
find 4 of the like rare non-combat encounters that you can solve that get 250 experience each, like for doing them, and then just let one person do them and then power level them. But that'll never happen.
You know, D&D was not made to be played with actual 24-hour days.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I was talking about this on Twitter with somebody who was asking about doing dungeon crawls in 5e, and I was like, you can do them, but it's missing some mechanical stuff that I'm used to that kind of makes them fluid, like how long it takes to explore a certain distance, torches running out based on a like movement timer. It's like you can obviously we're doing it and it's fine and it's fun, but it's a 5e version of a dungeon crawl and feels pretty different from kind of what I'm used to from older D&D.
Like it definitely makes
Goodbye,
sense that we
tokens.
wouldn't just do like one fight and then be like, I'm gonna go to bed. Like doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
But like one fight where we're like, it's taking like a minute or like 2 minutes for a fight, and then we're out of.
Yeah,
like,
I figured
and
the fight
everything.
and all of the other exploring so far took you about an hour, and then this was another hour, so it's been 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a point to say that I walk slower. Just gonna walk about.
I mean,
half my
Jesus, if you're
movements.
a Moldvay D&D character and you're wearing plate armor, you walk real slow.
Yep.
10 feet.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. But in this, you're all jogging around at high speed, so.
Yeah, I don't know. If
Macaria is holding the party back by drunkenly like wandering around in the hallways now. That's what I've decided.
I'm just used to all D&D encounters.
Actually, what we should do is we should examine every 5 feet of wall with intense scrutiny.
I mean, I assume that the characters are moving with some degree of caution, which is why passive perception is a thing.
Yeah.
If you were running through the dungeon, it'd just be like you
Actually
fall in a
running.
hole and die. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you can go towards the Ballistae or back down into Squiggle Time Junction and continue down that
I
switch
vote
track.
Squiggle Time Junction.
No one else wants to investigate the ballista, even though Joel's
I
kind
mean,
of
it's
excited.
walking towards something that's going to shoot you in the
I
face.
super duper want to investigate the ballista, but it seems like a bad idea.
How good do you think you could roll on perception?
I think we've missed a door in here.
You think so?
Yeah. Because this
Really?
still wouldn't be where the bugbears came from.
Well,
They wouldn't just be
no.
hanging
The
out
first
in
room.
Yeah, and there was no signs in here of like camping.
but they
No,
could
there's
have
there's
just been
bugbear. There are
right behind
bugbear
you.
footprints in the dust on the floor in here.
Yeah.
Yes,
But I don't think this is where they were hanging out before they went and did an ambush.
that's possible.
It doesn't feel like a place where they would live.
But we investigated.
Especially since everything here is...
Well, there's all the hammocks in the other
There's
room.
hammocks in this room. That's where place where they would live. They were just like around here getting some weapons for
It's
the
like
fighting.
it's like they were all hanging out in their clubhouse, and then some of them went down to the basement to get some more beer, and then some home invaders busted in and killed everyone, and then they came out to investigate, and they saw you, and they tried to kill you, and then you killed them too. And now they're all up in bugbear heaven together.
I mean, they could have come through that weird magic door,
Yeah,
but we don't
most-
have.
that's true. You don't have.
We don't know how those work.
Yeah. So far, you've seen what? Like one with a branch or a stick, one with a rust monster on it.
And one with a dead tree.
Well, that's the stick one. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what I
stick
mean.
one.
Like a
The
piece
wizard
of
holding a
stick or a tree or whatever. And then
There was-
yeah, right. The like wand or whatever one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how those things work. They're magic of some kind, but I don't know how they work.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
he could have come. They could have come through that too if they weren't just hanging out down here. Regardless, like Jules, the sneakiest and sniffiest of all of us, and she couldn't find a secret door. So,
Yeah, but she missed it the last time. I also rolled 6.
well, we don't know that you rolled 6.
Just like, nah, I got this.
Go to the ballista.
You want to? Okay. Well, I'm not going. You can. Anyway, so
I dispel the tiny hut.
Okay. It is dispelled.
Macaria is remembering that she shouldn't be so brazen because it's been an hour and anything could be around here, and then is like, "Oh, go ahead, Jewel. You take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sneaks back to the hallway.
Okay.
Yes, I did say Jewel was the sneakiest and sniffiest. All right.
So you get back to this hallway, and as before, the hallway is illuminated with red crystals, and at the far end, you see two dudes in aprons making coffee.
Anchor. Wait.
Yeah, there's a couple of baristas at the end of the hallway. It's still giant crossbows. Come on.
Prefer that. Jewel goes and orders a steamed milk with.
You know what? Whatever you order, you're gonna get it with 2 shots.
Oh God! All right. Well, that was a great show today, everybody. We did so good. We're never playing ever again.
Adam,
I don't care if Adam falls down his stairs.
Oh boy, I gotta go lay down at the bottom of some stairs.
Anyway, I personally do not care to walk into a massive crossbow. That's my preference. I've been shot before. It was extremely unpleasant.
We've heard about that a lot.
I think there's just all 3 of them look at Makaria like, you've been shot 1 time.
It was in my other armor, all right? Elsewise, I would show you.
Crossbow wounds.
There's another direction to investigate that we haven't even looked at. And
but this
just
one
because
has.
this one's defended.
And yeah.
And Jewel, I will not bring you back if you die before to this hallway. I will let you graciously enter the realm.
It's an empty threat because I will.
Right, you got an off heel, so it's cool.
Yeah. She looks at the other 2 and she's like, "Do you want? Can I go?"
You're going to be talking about it for hours if you don't check it.
Okay.
And
She will stealthily and very observantly make her way towards the crossbow ballistas.
Okay.
And probably suggest that no one else end up in the hallway.
All right. So make a stealth check and make a perception check.
I will make both of those
Do
things.
you stand under the crystals or avoid standing under the crystals?
I think she probably avoids standing under the crystals.
It doesn't really matter.
Actually,
The
you know
crystals
what?
shine
Here's the
enough
first
light
thing
that
that
it
she's
fills
gonna
the
do.
hall. Like there's no like
Spotlights.
I take my skeleton aside and like it's looking at me with its jaw like slightly unhinged, and I say, "Don't worry. When Jewel dies, I will give her armor to you."
The first thing I think that she does is like take one of her. She's got pittons for climbing stuff. She's got a bunch of crap on her because she's a cat. And she's gonna take it and she's gonna like toss it down the hallway before she stands in the hallway.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's not like you have immediately.
you can do the
fallen
stalker
down.
thing where you're like throwing stuff ahead of you. Okay. I heard you and I processed the information that you gave me, but I was trying to think about whether or not that's how you pronounce that word, and I do not know. And we've had this conversation. I still
Pitten
don't
or
remember.
Python?
Is it a python? Is it a
I hear
python?
I think it's a
I hear
Does it rhyme
python.
with kitten?
I for some reason think Python, but I'm not
I
sure.
mean, okay, the internet can solve this.
I think it's
word for me.
python. Python? Python. Hot pie.
I'll pronounce Pitten. I don't know if you'll hear
Piton.
this on my microphone.
I think it's python, yeah, but I don't. It's a stupid word. I don't care. And plus, you're a tabaxi, so it's fine. It rhymes with kitten. Okay, so you wanna go forward.
Yep.
You made your stealth check. Good.
27
Okay.
on stealth.
Yep.
Tosses a thing.
Okay.
And then, lordy, 19 on perception.
So you continue. So you go ahead and I'm not gonna move you. Go ahead and move yourself down the hall and tell me. Like,
So she'll.
you're looking at the walls. You're looking at the ceiling. You're keeping one eye on the ballista.
Yep.
Ballistae.
She does not intend to be surprised. And she's going to basically kind of mostly try and stay straight down the middle because she's like tries to understand the trajectory of the ballistas, like slightly being like, okay, well, unless they're on like a mechanism, maybe they won't.
Okay.
Shoot.
Yeah, because they do seem to just be pointed straight forward. Right?
Yeah.
you're
So she's going to try and like not be in the center of it, but
All right.
she's going to keep going
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
as far as that check will go.
So stop right there.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And what happens when you get there is, you ever play Dark Souls? You know that sound where something far away shoots something at you? You hear that, chunk, chunk, and they both fire their arrows, but they target first. So they like turn towards you and fire them. So you're not surprised. They don't have advantage or anything. You definitely expected to get shot at.
Yep.
So let me roll to see if they hit you. And then I'll tell you the other fun thing.
It's not a save.
I cannot cutting words them.
Not a
because
save. They're
they
ranged
are
attacks. The bolt, as soon as it leaves the ballista, bursts into magical flame and hurls across the hallway on fire. So I get a 25.
Yeah, oh yeah, that hits.
You take. You know what? I'm gonna give you I'm gonna say you're taking the dodge action because you expect fire. I'll give them disadvantage on this first shot.
Okay.
So you would take fire damage, but you don't. So it flies past you. You dodge out of the way. It bursts into flames on the floor. The second bolt would have been a crit. You would have taken 32 damage. As it is, it's just a regular hit. I get an 18, and you take 17 fire damage.
So this is an attack, right?
These are attack rolls. You can
I can
half
have it with a reaction. Cool.
Yeah. And then
Oh, even better. It keeps going.
And
yes.
then the ballista come to life and begin walking towards you. Thunk, 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 thunk. And they're like just moving up the hall, headed towards you. Your stealth, I made you roll stealth, but it was irrelevant. Like you're just standing out in the open. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They see you they detect you as soon as you come in. So yeah, they both just start like moving.
I bet these guys are worth XP.
Let's see. They start moving forward. Roll initiative because you're still within range and there's a chance they could shoot you again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone else can
Jules,
too if
like,
they want to.
Jules' face like mixes from like, oh, I'm gonna maybe die to also like, this is so exciting and I had never expected this. She's just interested in things being exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a terrible initiative for Jewel. Wow.
How do they reload?
The bolts appear out of thin air. They fire magic bolts.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're firing magical crossbow bolts.
On them
Magic
to like
bolts
help
of
each
fire.
other out. Like
No.
use one of the arms of it to like pull the other one back, tip it over, and just like.
Well, I wonder if I can make them fire at each other.
All right. So, Rin, you are first.
Great. 1, 2, 3, 6. There. I don't think they're within range for me to do very much, but I will check. Yeah, they're like far away.
Yeah, they're pretty damn far.
I just need to check the range on Vicious Mockery.
Because it might be 120 feet.
Yeah. And if it is, we're good. No, it says 60 feet.
Okay.
I am unfortunately not very helpful in this particular situation. That's it. So I'm gonna move up, and then I'm not gonna move up any further because I don't want to get prioritized here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna hang out back here, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So on a tie, they go first, Jewel. So now you're not taking the dodge action anymore. I'll give you your free turn of it, but I think. Well, I guess it goes until your next action. So I'll say nothing has changed. So you're still trying to like not get hit. So first bolt is a 10. Second bolt is this one's a 24. So it's going to be 16 fire damage.
I already spent my reaction.
Yeah. So you're another bolt of fire. Like this one hits you square on. Fire bursts around you. And now it is your turn. The dodge action is over. So now you can take your normal turn.
I think she's went from excitement to
being on fire.
being on fire and recognizing that she probably can't do a whole lot in this situation against them.
They might have disadvantage if you're within 5 feet of them.
Yeah, that's I'm like, do I run away?
Yeah,
or
they don't have any, as far as you can see, they don't have any like melee attack options.
Right. She's like, do I run close? But I can't sneak attack if I'm up next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's 2 of them. Well, yeah, no, because there's enemies within 5. But then there's also a door. It's just like, I really want to know what's on the other side of this magically protected door. She only has 4 hit points. I don't know. I'm gonna roll 1. She runs up to them, and then 2. She runs away. I can't. Fuck it. Yeah. Jewel's not excited. Yep. I leave it to the hands of the dice.
All right. So what do you do?
She's gonna.
Fucking awesome.
Worst idea.
Have at thee, and just fucking charge them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my feline agility. I'm gonna bonus action dodge.
Okay.
So I can get up to them.
Well, so what you got to do, obviously, is you got to get your tow cable ready, and you got to run up there before Dak gets knocked unconscious, and then wrap it around their legs so they fall over.
See, the thing is I think
Dak.
Rip
this
Dak.
is such a bad idea. She really should run away. She's gonna run away.
Okay, you change your mind. So dodge action and then move.
Yeah, she'll.
Okay, well here,
she'll-
let me know. So yeah, you start your turn over. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna dodge action. She's gonna run away. She's gonna be like, mistakes were made, squiggly, squiggly hallway, and then she'll feline agility move, and then
Yeah, so your regular
I can
move
stop.
allotment, another dash, and then you're taking a dodge. Okay,
I don't even think I have to take the dodge action
because you'll be out of.
I can get the 120 with between the two of those things.
Right.
And then she's gonna use her action instead to take a potion.
Nice, good call. Okay, all right, 8. It is your turn.
I'm gonna drop my javelin. I'm gonna pick up my bow.
Okay,
And I'm gonna walk around the corner.
I like this little song. It's nice.
And I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm gonna shoot a longbow at them.
Okay.
Let's just say the southern one.
Okay.
Whatever, really. Does 9 hit?
No, it sure doesn't.
What about 20?
Yes.
I do 11 damage,
Okay.
and then I go back round the corner because not about that life. Rin still can move before, actually. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Makaria's skeleton has no order. Makaria?
I saw this fucking. Well, I heard. I didn't see anything, but I heard the sound of fire and cat screaming and smell of cat hair burning and chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to like shake my head and
Makari has never made a bad decision.
never once
But
made a bad
other
decision.
people's bad decisions are a way
Just like
bigger
I wasn't
deal.
expecting this. This is so cool. Because they're on fire.
Do I have? That's 60 feet. I don't really have much that I can do. They've already shot at Jewel, and she was screaming like squiggly hallway, right? You were, yeah.
You saw her run around the corner, right?
Yeah, she went squiggly
Yeah.
hallway, squiggly hallway.
She's got momentum.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna I moved 10 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's, and then I'm gonna use my action to move. I'm gonna like squeeze through, be like, I told you we should have gone this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be there. And sorry, my bonus action is to tell my skelety friend to follow me.
Okay. All right, Rin.
It seems to be the general consensus that I'm getting the fuck out of this hallway. So,
Yeah.
I guess that is the move. So,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I take an extra dash into this hallway here.
All right. None of you have vision on these things right now. I don't think. I guess if you peer around the corner, you just hear the sound of them moving, but away from you. Chunk, 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 and then silence.
They're just going back to their
They're
little.
just resetting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, longbow has more range than they do.
You're just gonna shoot them from a distance.
you. So, yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
that's I mean
God.
that's it, right? Because combat is over unless you want to like run over and fight them.
I mean, I could
Well, so
just sit at
Jewel,
max
it's
range.
Jewel, it's your turn.
Jewel probably looks at 8 and assumes that 8 is not going to keep fighting, and so she will now like move into the hallway. So, but she just takes the regular. She just moves the regular 30 feet, like having heard them move further away.
So no one else has the range to shoot these things except for 8.
No.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Well, that's assuming that like Dave is assuming that if they attack from beyond their range, they won't move forward to see what's attacking them.
Yeah, but when things come out of their line of sight, they reset.
I mean, you're assuming that. Yeah.
I am assuming that
Yes.
that's correct.
Yeah. You did already attack from beyond the range.
D&D isn't a video game, so they won't actually do that. But
Yeah,
if
they
it
might,
was,
they might not. It's hard to say.
absolutely do that. That would be the cheese. That's
Oh yeah,
the,
totally. That'd be the strat, right?
the beginning of Dark Souls 3 where there's that dragon and you just sit up at the bonfire and you just keep
Yeah.
shooting with 999 wooden arrows.
Yeah, and then his tail falls off.
Yeah, so if everybody's to safety, then I'll put my bow away and grab the javelin out. Like, presumably, you get to that door from that side at some point. So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, it's not like there's nowhere else in this place that's like connected by 17 different hallways.
I mean, it's also possible that like there's other stuff on every level that we're not gonna do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So
Like
Yeah.
maybe the way down is through there, but maybe it's not.
the group of you head back down into the squiggly hallway, and we'll take our other break here because we started late and everything's all wonky, and so there's like we're big in the middle. So we'll take a short break here, and when we come back, we'll conclude today's episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon the Mad Mage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the conclusion of today's episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So you just had like a close encounter with some baristas, and they shot fire at you. And now the plan, I guess, is to just like not hassle them anymore and go the other way and try to sneak up behind them.
That was my plan the whole time.
I hate it when baristas shoot arrows.
Seriously, yeah, you like go into the Starbucks and they're just like, get out of here, start throwing fire at you. It's the worst. The absolute worst. Animated
That's what happens
baristas.
if you go in too close to closing time. They shoot arrows.
You just shoot arrows at you. That's what you get for coming in at 7:45 when they close at 8. Come on.
I got a fire crossbow bolt for a Rin.
Yeah.
Rin.
Got a fireball here for a Rin. Rin, I think it's pin maybe. I don't.
I got one, two shots for a Macarena.
Yeah, 2 shots for Macarena. Yep. All right. So, squiggly wiggly hallway. Where are you gonna go?
So my thought is that we're just gonna continue the direction we went that other time, then see what else is at the end.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
go ahead and head down there.
Speeding down. Yep. You know me, I love getting stuck in walls.
I'm just gonna leave you there next time.
Okay, so we didn't peek out here before, but I can't see anything. So I'll let my scaly orc jewel go in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. So you start making your way down the hall. You go around the big squiggle, and then at the end of this hall, you see two interesting things. On the south, there is a door, and on the east, a staircase.
Oh shit! The next level.
A staircase descending down. Now,
The next level is cool, except we don't have our next level yet, so I don't think so.
you're already a level ahead. Like you're level 5, right? And you've done 2 levels. So, you know, it's a risk continuing on. But also on this level, remember, you're still hunting the remaining living members of the Fancy Lads or whatever the fuck they're called.
And he said that they were on this level, right?
Yes, they're down here. Yeah.
Okay, so I would look longingly at the stairs that lead us closer to Skullport and the last location of the Crown of Horns, but suggest that we investigate the doorway before we.
I agree. Door, better. Staircase down, more dangerous stuff. Let's not escalate quite yet.
Okay. It's stairs, not an escalator.
Oh yeah, we have that.
Shut up.
Guys, this whole time we've not been looking at the map that we got.
Yeah, you do have a map of level 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
but
level 3.
That's level 3. That's a map of
Okay.
level 3.
I have the sweaty map of level 3. Don't worry.
Sweaty map of
The
level
sweaty
3.
butt map.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a
copper
door. There's a standard style
asphalt.
door right there. And it sits before you, awaiting being opened.
Open it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you push that door open, and let me see. Let me get back here. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So you open this door, and there is a large hallway beyond. There's a red glow coming from this hallway.
Well, there might be more ballistas, but let's quietly peek around the corner.
It's pronounced balliste.
Ballisty.
Ballisti. It's my favorite rapper. So peering around the corner, you see a hallway. So the walls here climb 15 feet, then angle inward to create a peaked 30-foot high ceiling. The sloped upper walls have red glowing crystals set into them that fill the hall with a dim red light. The lower walls were once carved with carvings depicting what look like they used to be dwarves pushing mine carts, but the walls have all been defaced and in some cases replaced with strange stony tendrils that protrude from the wall.
Stony Tendrils is the name of my indie rock band.
Stony tendrils. And then at the far end of the hall, there's a hallway and another set of double doors, but you're too far away to.
Stony
those are-
tendrils?
Yeah, like tentacles. Like someone reached into the wall, yanked out like liquid wall, shaped it into a tentacle, and then it solidified. And they're sticking out of various places along both sides of the wall. None of them are longer than like 5 or 6 feet, though some of them curl in on themselves and corkscrew out.
There's a really high spell slot level to waste on
Stone shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like if you have a bunch of time, like if you're living here.
Wizards.
Well, I feel like they're going to grab me, but shall we try anyway?
Yeah, all right. Don't really have anywhere else.
Yeah,
all right.
That or go back to the
Love it.
ballistas or go all the way. Like at this point, I think our choice is back to the ballistas or back to the room that murdered a skeleton.
Okay. So as you
Oh, right. That one with the like weird noises.
As you enter the hallway, as if in response to your presence, some of the tendrils writhe eerily, but don't seem to be reaching out to you. They're just kind of squiggling around, doing a wiggly dance on the wall.
From what I can tell, there was one hallway we didn't go down.
I mean, we were totally right about this being the Wiggly Wiggly hallway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the Wiggly Hall at the end of the Wiggly Hall. Yeah, so stone tendrils, many of them like they look like they are intentionally defacing the dwarven carvings. So like a dwarf's head has been replaced with a tendril that's then exuded out into the hall. One of the dwarves, like his arms exude out in weird mimic tentacles, and they're just kind of like wriggling on the wall as you get close to them.
Yeah, Jewel steps into the hallway.
Okay, so with the light in the hall, you can see that there is an exit here, and a set of double doors at the far end there.
Okay, she'll keep walking.
No offense, Abe, but I'm not a fan of things that move without any obvious livingness.
The skeleton looks offended.
I was gonna say,
I'll look at the skeleton.
Skeleton looks at you like, yeah, fuck you too, Makaria. Fine, but he can't speak, and he's your indentured servant by way of magic, so he can't say anything.
No, but like, it's stone. It's rock. It's not it was never a living creature.
Well,
I'm an archaeologist.
Let me tell you about how rocks are made.
Yeah, living rock is a thing. It's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a genre of music.
Bearstone.
Bearstone, living rock.
Bearstone.
You know, I can't wait till we go to the Bearstone Forest.
I saw Bearstone. They were live. They opened for, what was it, Double Doors at the Living Rock Festival. So as you carry on, as you continue through this hallway, more wriggling of stone, and as you get closer to the set of double doors at the far end, you see that the door is closed. Carved into the walls flanking the door are stone armored dwarves, beards flowing out of great helms to conceal their facial features. So there are these big armored dwarves standing on either side, like here and here.
How much gold do you want to bet the dwarves come to life, or otherwise?
They're not statues, like they're built into the wall, and they're not like, they don't have hammers over the door or anything, but they're standing flanking that door. And
Double
there's
door.
How much do you want to bet the dwarves come to life?
big stone double door.
Yeah, like that one boss. In the
Big stone Dumbledore.
Jewel,
So what you need is a Snape, and then you can kill the double door, and then you're fine.
I think the stone door is more interesting or the double door. It's more interesting to Jewel, so she goes up to it, and she like sort of stops kind of near it and looks at the dwarves and is like, "Hello, may we enter?"
Are you talking to a door?
If you think that double door is a spoiler, wait till I tell you about the elevator. So yeah, there's no response from the door, but if you'd like to make an investigation check to examine,
I will help you examine this
the two of you can take a
spooky
look.
door.
Good. 2 6 plus 1s.
Great.
Good.
7. Take your pick.
Yep.
Which 7 is it?
So yeah, they just looks like a door. I mean, there's 2 of them. Also, I will say this: even with a 7, this is not a standard. You are becoming an expert on the Mad Mage Halaster's door choices. This is not a Halaster door. This is an ancient dwarven stone door.
It's just going to be some weird, inexplicable room that's carved to look like a
Like a
Like a cave.
cottage.
Yeah. So Makaria, can you do me a quick favor? Can you make a religion check?
Sure, yeah.
I just want to see if your memory is jogged by something. It's difficult because this isn't your religion or even the religion of your people.
I get a 22.
Awesome. If you had gotten anything lower than a 20, I wouldn't have told you anything. But I don't know how you learned this, but you recognize enough of this hallway, the things that are not screwed with. This is a temple. This is the entranceway to a temple to Dumathoin, keeper of secrets under the mountain. an ancient dwarven god. So you've entered the temple complex part of the dungeon.
You know, and I'm talking to 8 and my skeleton who are standing here. This reminds me of this story I read once about some shitty fucking dwarves.
I will tell you this. Let me read. Let me read to you from the ForgottenRealms.fandom.com website. Dumathoin's clerics, known as Talhund, or Hidden Gifts, protected mines from disrespectful profiteers, as well as sought out new veins and gem deposits. They also supervised all mining activities to ensure the proper respect was paid to the mountain, and produced new stratagem and combat techniques for fighting the many underdark creatures exhumed during excavation.
Dwarven secret police are cool guys.
You know, I don't remember very much about the dwarf whatever, but I do remember that they like mining, and you know what you find in mines?
Oh yeah,
Old shit.
Tovius just reminded me. I believe that the vault in Dragon Heist is a vault built by the worshippers of Dumathoin. Yeah, that's probably why. So Makari, you recognize the architecture
because I spent so much time down there with that fucking dragon.
because of that mine. Nice, good work, Tovius. Thank you. So there you go.
Anyway, there might be a gigantic pile of gold somewhere around here. That's what I'm saying.
Jules like, what?
Makar,
What? You're muted now.
do gods from here still work where I'm from?
What do you mean gods from here?
Like, are they the same ones that we worshipped?
How am I
Back
supposed to
then.
know anything about the gods from where you're from?
Well, I can tell you about some of them, but I just wasn't sure if they.
Do
they can
you
still-
have any gods that are in charge of death or murder or
Yes,
murder death?
yes, 6 of them.
There's a lot of murder gods where 8 is from.
Well, maybe
there's
one
6
of them.
legit ones, and then my one.
I
Well,
mean,
maybe one of them is Bane, Ball, or Merkel, but I don't know.
to 8, the Forgotten Realms would be kind of like a mamby-pamby realm of losers, because when was the last time there was a proper war? Like,
I don't know.
Never.
decades ago? Like, Tithir gets in wars sometimes with like Kalimshan and stuff, but like, and I guess barbarians come down from the north every once in a while, but like, Waterdeep's pretty war-free and has been for a long time.
Cormier just has sick jousting competitions.
Yeah, right. Cormier does a lot of like handkerchief waving and like dueling, but yeah. Interesting.
Yep. All your death gods are like about death. We have death god, like we just worship 2 gods about murdering people.
No, there's a god about murdering people. I think it's Bane.
Baal was the
Wow.
murder god. He's dead.
Baal.
Ball.
Ball?
Baal,
It's
Diablo,
it's
Mephistopheles.
It's double A, right?
Must be Ball because that's how they say it in Baldur's Gate.
I think
It's
Ball.
pronounced Baldur's Gate. All right.
It's pronounced- no.
So Baal is the god of murder and Bane is the god of tyranny.
Yes, he's the tyrant god.
Accurate, yes.
Yeah, and so I like while you guys are investigating the
But
door,
they're
I'm
all
like,
dead.
no. So
Whoa, it's
Bane
according
was-
according to the book, it's pronounced Bahal.
Baal.
Yeah,
But that is not how.
just saying.
Have you heard about the greatest god of all, the Lord of Blades, who's not really a god?
I thought you were gonna sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Jewel tries to open the door.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's
So
when
while they're talking.
Can you copy pasta what the dwarf spelling Doom
Just-
and whatever?
Dumathoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think it's pronounced Dumathoin. There's
She
like
half listens,
OE,
her
like,
ears
ooh.
definitely twitch when she heard pile of gold, and then she's like,
Adam, it's clearly dumb.
Dumathoin. All right, so Dumathoin. So you're gonna crack that door open, and I will give you a moment to revel in terror at what you see beyond.
Oh no, terror? No.
I mean, just take a look.
Yeah,
into
that
it.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, seems like a good room. So you.
Oh Jesus!
I'm into this room. Close the door.
So yeah, so as you open the door, you pull it and it pulls open, and you see, illuminated by the red light, a giant skeletal dragon looming over the door. Its wings unfolded, its mouth open wide, terrible horn emerging from its head, and it looms over the doorway. When you see that, Jewel, as you open, like you look up, what do?
Close the door.
Okay, so you're like, and you close the door, and it clicks shut. There is silence in the hallway.
I look back at everyone. I'm like, there are at least 2 very dead, maybe not dead dragons in there.
Okay, did you see if they were dead or not dead?
They
I
looked-
didn't take a very long look at them, in fairness.
Did they move at all, Adam?
They didn't have a chance. The door was
Okay,
slammed shut before you had a chance to really get a good look at them.
I mean, there's another door we could try, but also they could be just freaking dragons.
It's possible that they just are
Decorative.
set pieces. Yeah.
I mean, there were
decorative.
6 dead goblins before. And those were
True, and
stuff.
Kate's definitely carrying around a stuffed one.
I don't.
Do you have
Just, Jewel, just you know you want to just take one little peek.
I don't know if I can get in there
Just-
stealthily.
Just
When the
poke your
door
head.
opens.
Just poke it a little bit
If you want to see Macaria, why don't you look yourself?
because I don't feel like
Nope.
it.
Be able to tell if they're alive or dead better than any of us could.
Actually, and I just like wait, what's my thing? It can't go through the door though.
that's
Eyes
right.
of the grave.
Eyes of the Rave.
Eyes of the grave.
Isn't it behind total cover?
Yes, there's a door between you and it.
There's a door. I can't.
You do hear a low, repetitive bass thumping. You're pretty sure that there is a rave on the other side of this door.
The dragons have sick strobe lights.
This is the dragon that's standing by the door, flicking the light switch on and off,
Yeah.
which is not why it was installed. So, do you want to go? Do you want to go south through this other door first, or do you want to just like? Okay.
I don't want to go in. If a Jewel's not going to go in there, I don't know.
I remember not but one ballista ago not going to save her life for curiosity's sake.
I do like that Tabaxi measure time in ballistae.
Is this door a man-made style door?
This is a regular type. This is a regular type door. It has been installed post facto by Halaster. Yes.
Oh, just ruins the decor of this
It
hallway.
really
but maybe-
does. It doesn't match at all. It's
Right.
like a Victorian house with like a plywood door.
Okay. This one she opens probably now more slowly than she has previously.
All right, there is something in this room which I will describe to you. Behold, the room beyond. You can just wonder what the hell is going on, and then I will talk to you about it.
It's a Modron.
So in the other room, there are 4 pillars. The 20-foot high ceiling is held up by 4 pillars of white marble. So very different from the granite and the sandstone and stuff of the rest, the bare stone of the rest of the thing. So 4 white marble pillars shaped in the likeness of a stoic female elf in flowing robes with a flowering branch clutched to her chest. So these things stand.
Does she look anything like my skeleton?
There is immediately, as you enter the room, you can feel like a shiver of magical frisson that passes over you just by looking upon this. Walking around in circles around the outside of this column is a cube-shaped... Now, I made this joke earlier, not expecting that you would walk into this room. This thing is literally a 5x5 cube with little arms and legs and 2 little wings sticking out of it. It has a face on one side of the cube.
Oh, it's
And
like
is-
the TV.
And is holding Mike the TV, exactly. Big GameCube comes down and kills all of you. But not that GameCube. This is a GameCube. He is holding a short bow and seems to be walking like a soldier. Like he's marching around the outside of this thing. And I think I have a handout for this little boy in case you've never seen him before.
So cute. I love Modrons.
So there he is.
I want it as a pet. How do
When
I...
he shoots you, you fall in love with the nearest robot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're all already in love with 8.
Look at that thing. It's so cute.
Bung, 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 bung,
8. I didn't know you had a concept of cuteness.
It's adorable. It's a tiny construct.
Hey, it might shoot at me. It does have a crossbow. Okay. Rin, do you want to talk? You're better with the words. And then she just like backs up and like pushes Rin into the hallway.
Why don't you let me, I guess? I like step into the hallway and try and get this thing's attention with like a excuse me? Hello? Are you?
So it stops for a second, and it looks up at you, and it opens its mouth, and a sound that we would recognize as the audience, but that you would not understand is it makes like a fax machine noise at you. There's a series of like squeals and beeps.
Oh my god, does it make the like internet connection
Yeah,
noise?
that's the same noise. That's the noise. Yep. And then it stops, and then it starts patrolling again. Boom, 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 and just like keeps walking around the pillars.
Here is my maneuver. I don't know if this is going to be the right maneuver or what, but as soon as it comes around in a circle again, I patrol around behind it.
You're gonna follow it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like step in march time with this Modron. And
Okay. So now the two of you are walking
Yeah.
in circles
Yeah.
around, well, squares actually, because this Modron probably can't move in anything other than 90-degree angles.
I don't know if it's going to do anything.
I recognized the previous room, but this one's not dwarves, it's elves,
It
right?
is elves, yes. So
Can I like take a gander and see if I recognize this one at all?
let me see.
Like also I look at the elf next to me and I want to see if she has any kind of like, or it has any kind of dressings left that are similar.
Okay, so what's happening?
Oh, I just
There's
want
a
to.
lot
I was
there.
okay. I was.
What do you
looking
actually
at
want to do?
I wanted to look at the like pillars that you said looked like elves.
Yep.
And see if there were any similarities to the elf that I got.
Make an Arcana check.
My dead one. The dead elf friend. Dead elf friend. I get a 17.
Okay. Yeah, these are elven statues. They do not belong here. Elves and dwarves have a storied history, so they might be gifts to the dwarves. They might also belong to Halaster, and they've been put here. They are a set, and they are creating some kind of like ambient energy field in the middle of the 4 statues, as you can see in the thing there.
Can you all just very quickly, I step in the room and I like bring my skelly in as well, and I say, 8, can you guard the door and
What happened?
Bryn, keep an eye on that thing and make sure it doesn't do anything. And I sit on the ground and I want to cast detect magic as a ritual. Can you guys just like
What just happened in the middle of the room?
Yeah, that's
an
the
animation.
glowing ambient energy field.
It's an animation. It's like, yeah,
You can't see it, but you can feel its presence.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just see what kind of
So I added this
magic it
sick
was.
animated GIF.
Sorry, yeah. I only just showed up for me, so I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So, can you? Yeah, I tell the skeleton to protect me from all attackers, and then I sit down.
Okay.
And cast detect magic as a ritual. And
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything else while this 10 minutes is going on?
I'm sort of wondering if I should touch the magic.
There's
stuff.
a hallway. There's a hallway this way, and there's a door here.
Jules, start with looking at the door.
I'm like, obviously, like I'm gonna.
You're not doing anything now. You're
No, but
casting
I
your
made the
ritual.
point that like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna detect magic because
They
there's
know.
something going on.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to investigate it yet, unless you want.
Well, no, but it's 10 full minutes, so they're not going to just stand there and stare at you.
No, I know, but like the Rin was talking about going into the magic, and I just.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I'm
anyway,
just
make an
trying to decide
investigation
what the
check,
plan
Jewel.
And then she'll go down the hallway because she gets antsy.
12.
It's a regular door, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Standard Halaster door.
May or may not lead to dragon skeletons.
To the hallway, this hallway branches and splits. This hallway out here branches and splits a bunch of times, like immediately. And let me know if you want to go and investigate it.
Yeah, I think she'd walk down it as long as this room remains in line of sight, so not super far.
Okay. 8, do you want to stay where you are? Because the little guy will bump into you if you don't move.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
It's approaching. Do you want to stand in its way?
I'll pick him up. I'll pet him.
I have stopped patrolling.
Yeah, I touch it. Okay. I touch it. As it comes up, I touch it.
Okay, so it stops if you are in the way, and it looks up at you and makes a noise, and seems like tensed to act, but it hasn't done anything yet. It just stops in place and looks up at you.
It has a little face, right?
Like it 100% has a face.
Eyes.
It has
mouth.
2 eyes and a mouth and like 2 little like nose like holes. It's got a little mohawk on top, 2 little wings.
I don't want to stop it because I want to pick it up, but also it might just like stab me, and I don't have to kill it. No, I'll leave it.
So you step out of the way.
Yeah.
It continues to walk around in circles, squares. On its duty.
Why is this the campaign I can't like telepathy or anything? I really want to talk to it.
So, Jewel, from where you're standing, you can see that these are actually separate like rooms or alcoves along the way. At least these first few are. And what you see in that first one, maybe like startles you. You come around the corner and you see 4 creatures. They're gray-skinned. They're standing very still. 4 gray-skinned creatures. Let me see if I can find a picture of these. They're like toad creatures. They're holding spears. They have like primitive looking garb, but the spear, their skin, their garb, it's all gray. And then a second later you realize, oh, it's stone. So there are 4 statues of these like stone creatures, just like standing, and they look like they were surprised in the middle of doing something. So one of them is like crouched down, one of them is like lifting its spear, another one's got its hands up, like its mouth open, and a fourth one is just sort of turning around. But they don't look like they're looking in different directions, and there's some like faint scrapes on the floor. It looks like they were dragged or placed here. And they're bullywugs, which are bigger than grungs. Grungs are smaller.
They're the toad ones, or the grungs are the frog ones.
Yeah, grungs are like little poison tree frogs.
She's like 4 elf statues, 4 bullywug statues. So she like goes down to the next alcove.
Okay. In this alcove to the south, there is an enormous stone boar. It is looking down the hallway, tusks bared, ready to charge, but is made of stone.
She can still see the room, so she's gonna go a little bit further.
Like I could just look at another one. Okay.
What's down the next one?
All right. So the end of this next one, as you peer around the corner, an enormous snake. But what's funny about the snake is it looks like it was like crafted to be wrapped around something, but that thing is missing. So it's like a corkscrew shaped stone snake just sitting on the floor. Like you can look right through its coiled body.
She looks to the next 2 rooms and
I gotta look at another one. All right, so to the north up here, you see 3. I think we've seen a dead one of these already. It's a grick. There are 3 of them. So snake body. And then it splits into 4 jagged barbed tendrils with a beak in the center. And then those things, they and these ones, if you look at their stone skin, they look like they were carved to have like battle damage. So they have like scars on their skin.
Carved.
The statues of these gricks look like they're fighters. They have like chipped beaks and they look like they've seen some shit.
It's fine. You don't have to pretend anymore.
I do, and I will.
What about the last one that she can see? Because she'll head back.
The one on your right?
Yeah, the south one.
That area contains a raven-like humanoid. It is wearing a mantle, like a cloth mantle, and then a tabard that comes down to its knees. It has hands, like human hands, but they end in claws, and then it has bird feet. It doesn't have any wings that you can see, and then emerging from its cloak, it has a big long beak and fur. And yeah, you've seen a. There was a living one of these.
He murdered a lot of Kenku.
There were like 4 of them that ambushed us.
That's right. Yeah,
that was like the very first encounter.
That's right. It was a long time ago. Yeah. You've fought some of these before. Yeah. these little.
So
And there's
she
one of
takes all
them.
this in, and then just like she heads back into the room, and I don't know where everyone else is.
Okay. Yeah. So meanwhile, 8, you've been watching the Modron walk around in squares. Rin, is there anything you want to have done while we're
I've
waiting?
been considering whether or not I could push the Modron into the center of the.
I mean, if you body checked the little
Because,
guy.
like, I don't know. It just feels like maybe that's the answer. But
No.
I'm mostly just waiting for Macario to get her detect magic done.
It's like one of those like Boston Dynamics where once you just kick them over.
Yeah. Just give...
Okay.
Those make me really sad. I hate those.
I know,
videos.
right? So you, it is funny how we like anthropomorphize and like imagine that because it's shaped like an animal, it must have feelings like one. So when Jewel comes back, you finish your detect magic spell, Macaria. Surprising no one. The columns are magic. You can see the pulsing aura of magic within the pale light. There's a cloud of I guess it would be transmuting. Is that still a thing? Conjuration.
Transmutation.
Okay, so
It's transmutation magic in the center of the columns.
and I say as much. In between those columns, it's a transformative magic.
Something turned a whole bunch of things to stone, and
I would
they're all
guess
in
it was-
separate rooms like prizes, and
Wait.
also all looked like they were in the middle of a fight when they became frozen.
Fight with what is my question? Because these statues, while obviously creating some kind of effect, I mean, you could probably move one of them and it would, or maybe just touching it would.
Here's the thing. If it's transmutation magic, then it changes things into other things. And if there are a bunch of statues, then the statues could have gone into the center of the thing. The statue.
Yes, no, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
A creature entered the space between the pillars and was transmuted into a statue.
Or maybe
One would think
transmutes.
if you disrupt the pillar's placement, it would disrupt the magic, but I don't necessarily care. There's plenty of other places to go from here, as long as we don't go. I mean, the Modron's protecting it.
Send the skeleton through.
Why? I don't want to lose my skeleton. Do you know how much magic it takes to animate a corpse?
Wait, I have the perfect object for this. Shuffle. Goblin by the head.
You pull from the bag of holding a stuffed dead goblin, a taxidermied goblin.
And
Big
I
glass
hold the
eyes.
goblin, and I throw it through.
Okay, cool. It lands in the center of the statues and lays there still. The guardian like stops, looks at it, looks at you, and then goes back to walking around.
The thing is all of the frozen petrified creatures looked like they had clearly been fighting something at the moment of being petrified or frozen. So maybe this just turns them back.
Maybe they were fighting each other?
Put the skeleton in the.
No.
Okay.
And I pat the
Why
skeleton on
don't
the
we just
head.
drag a
Like,
statue in here and put it in there and see what happens to it?
You could do that.
I don't want to do that. What about the other
I
door?
want to do that.
There is another door, and there's more hallway.
There's more hallway and more door. There's always
More door.
Which
I
What
want to know
kind of
about this
statue?
transmutation thing.
It transmutes.
statue?
Do we want to grab a statue and put it in there?
I do
I
like
guess.
that. I do like that Rin is particularly like hung up on this thing for personal reasons.
Yes.
I love it. I see you. I see what you're doing.
Okay.
How many of these creatures and hallways are there? You'd think that someone would have been
Well, like-
smart enough to figure this out before us. We're not very smart. No offense, Rin.
Rin's really more charismatic than intelligent.
Which one?
Does anyone have an int higher than 10?
I have a 9.
Yes.
My int is, I think, 8.
Is 8 the
I
smartest?
think 8 might
what's
be
your
the
int?
smartest person in the group.
Yeah. Jules is a 10.
I have 12.
Yeah, you're the only one with an int modifier.
Nobody in the party is going to win any Mensa awards, but you're doing all right for yourselves.
Hey,
Okay.
it's great. Hey, it's great.
I am so smart.
Right.
So-
well, so there's frogs here, and maybe someone's just collecting things. I don't
So
know.
as you travel down the hallway, let's see, what's the furthest spot that you saw?
Here.
I think here.
Okay. So to the north, this big room, there are two. Let's see here. There are two elves.
Are they my parents?
Yes, it's your mom and dad. No, so they're two. One of them would be a human if they were your parents. Dumbass.
No, they could be two half elves. You don't know.
I said they were elves. So you see this clearly no innate intelligence. So you see two elves. One of them is a woman. She is wearing a cloak, and the hood is down. She has like her hair all braided up. There's a pin in her like braid in the shape of a spider. She has scale armor on, and she's got a whip on her belt. And she's scowling at a crouched figure who's holding a hand crossbow and a dagger, and he's looking up at her expectantly, and he's wearing like leather armor. So there's two of them here.
Drow.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to tell that because
They're all
drow-
stone, but
Well, yeah, because drow and regular like surface elves that you would have been exposed to, they don't have different facial features. They're just a different color. So it's
this
like
is
those.
a Lauren knows, but Jewel probably doesn't.
Yeah, you just see
Drow
elves, spider
are-
elves. But I mean,
Drow are prettier. That is.
yeah, you can tell by
they?
the spiders and the
Yes.
scowling and the like weird S&M thing they got going on.
Is it because their skin doesn't get wrinkly from sunlight and stuff?
I don't know. They're just like
no, elves are
described-
immune to like looking ugly as they get old too. Like
Drow
because
have
they're
a
elves.
natural charisma bonus. is what-
Oh, right. But charisma
just
doesn't
means they're more
necessarily mean
charming.
pretty.
No, it doesn't. So it's force of personality, but whatever. So as you walk by this one on this side, there is a lone lizard man, unclad with a shield and a club, like roaring, his tongue sticking out.
Mhm.
And then when you come to this intersection on your right, you see a creature that none of you have seen before, but have certainly heard tell of. It appears from the neck down to be a wizard or sorcerer, some kind of long flowing robes with strange patterns. They have like kind of a half cape, long fingers with like claws on the end, and then from the neck up, it's a squid. So you see long tendrils hanging down from their face, a sort of like finned head, and an alien look in its stony eyes. And this one just has one hand out, and it seems like it's pointing in your direction.
This one looks like the type that would make those tentacles out of stone.
We're not putting that one in the thing.
We're not putting. Why would
I think we should put something in it.
Yes, something, not that thing.
Not that.
Right now, top pick is like the bullywogs because those things look easy to murder and smaller to carry.
Anyway, maybe there's a tiny puppy somewhere that you can murder instead. Let's continue.
I really, really like if anybody wants to see and hasn't seen yet, like some really cool Mind Flayer art. I think it's Wayne Reynolds. The like really alien looking Mind Flayers, they're so cool. I love them. Illithids are super cool.
What are you saying? Wayne Reynolds?
Yeah, he's the I mean he did a ton of art for 40, and I think he did those ones. On the left, you see
Ooh,
writ.
cool.
Here you go. Here's something you can defrost. Writ large, you see that same creature that you saw etched into the archstone of the last wall. There are 4 creatures shaped like insects, with long tendrils. There's 4 of them, and they seem to be arranged around something as if they were feasting, but there's nothing in the middle for them to feast upon.
Jewel definitely points that out again. Like they're all frozen in action.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've got it. Transmutation magic.
No, but why the action? Why? What was
Right.
happening that turned them this way? Clearly, it can't have been the thing because the pulsing thing. There's nothing happening in it.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Well, you
why
don't
would
know.
they be doing something?
Pretty sure they were
Maybe-
fighting a monster that turned
Maybe
them
the
into stone.
Modron attacks when someone enters that, and then they turn to stone.
Modron is not a word that any of you would know.
Okay, well maybe
Just
the cube
The construct,
creature.
the cube, yeah.
Okay, well Dave said it. I don't know.
I know, but that's because Dave knows what it is. Modron, like, probably the number of people that would know to call that a Modron in the entire Forgotten Realms is like
Okay,
in
well
the
maybe
hundreds at
maybe
most.
the cube attacks when you enter the thing. It's equipped for fighting.
Jewel, on your right, the alcove here contains a strange spiny creature with backbent legs, long muscular-looking arms, a row of spikes down its back, and its entire face is taken up by a giant eyeball.
I wonder if an eyeball, it would just be like a sphere. You wouldn't be able to see like the iris or anything because all that's like inside the eye.
No, it's like a surface. It's like
so if it was turned to stone, you wouldn't be able to see the like pupil because
That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe
it would just be a sphere.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be carved in, it'd be just flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are on the left in this big room, there's a handful of, there's 5 of them. These are, they look kind of similar to the other lizard men that you saw. But yeah, they seem to be hunched around, kind of like, again, a lot of these things are like, they look startled. So one of them is looking up and the others are turned away. In this alcove, like this hallway goes back a ways.
Yeah, we're seeing all of them.
In the next alcove on the right, you see an orc. It's a single orc. This orc is holding a great axe and is bellowing. The orc is wearing armor, but then over the armor is like a big fur like cloak, and it has several necklaces. This looks like an important orc. This one has lots of like, it's like a shaman or like a warlord of some kind. Somewhere out there is a war tribe missing its chieftain.
I was like, maybe there's a reward for this one.
On the right, on this side, is a badger.
Yeah, we can see. I told you, puppy. We should
Like
just
it's a big badger.
No,
But it's a badger.
How big is big?
Yeah, it's like a giant badger, but it's not just a badger.
10 foot?
I don't know. Let me see how many 5-foot cubes a giant badger is.
Well,
Medium. It is 1 5-foot cube worth of badger.
why would there be a badger?
Because in the next room there's a bunch of mushrooms and a snake. So this one, and the next one is, let's see.
Dave's just giving up.
There is a furry-looking, kind of Yeti Sasquatch-looking kind of creature. I'll show you the art for this guy. He's great.
Wow.
So like a cool Sam Squanch.
Cool.
I like them. They're cute.
All hunched over. Look at that evil grin.
Okay, so is
The evil
Sam
grin on his
Squanch-
little Sasquatch face. Go
Okay,
back to
is-
the Hendersons, Harry.
Is Sam Squanch you mispronouncing it intentionally?
It is,
or-
yes. It's me pronouncing it stupidly.
I didn't know if it was a Canadian thing.
Sam Squinch. You see a Saskatchewan. To the left,
Sam Squidge is the off-brand Sasquatch. That they
Squidge
get
Squatch.
mad at.
Squin Squanch. So to the left in this room, you see perhaps the most chilling of all. Gathered around in this room, eyes looking vacant, heads low to the ground, you see some goats.
Goats are terrifying.
You see 6 goats
Why were there 6 goats? down
arranged in
here?
a circle.
Oh my god, it's Black Phillip.
Yeah, they're arranged in a pentagram. Actually, there aren't enough goats for that. And then lastly, around this corner, you see, let's see, what's in this one? You see a person. You see a human being. This person.
Are you saying
That's
that
supposed
elves
to
aren't
elf.
persons?
Yeah,
Somehow
they're not. I mean, they're drow. They're monsters. Drow are monsters. Elves are people.
Somehow this is gonna be the worst of all of them. Like,
So this one, let's see.
It's a fine fellow.
It is a wiry-looking young man grasping a short sword. He's wearing like a tunic. He's got some leather armor. Excuse me. And he has like a little. At first, you think it might just be dirt, but it's a little tiny pencil mustache. He has his hair slicked back, and he's like looking up, like, oh god. And he's got this little mustache. And he's like startled look on his face.
Joel points at the human, and says, they might be able to talk to us if it does what I think it might do.
Yeah.
Or we could start with the badger.
And what about the last one over here?
Which
That's
last
the
one?
human.
Oh, I
Is
think
this the
it's
last
just like-
one?
Yeah, the pencil.
I don't think there's
mustache.
anything in here.
The hall seems to
Oh,
terminate.
okay,
The hall seems to
sorry.
terminate there.
I just I thought I went farther, but
Yep.
Do we
No.
want to try
Either works.
Try what?
to see if that 4-poster elf bed will turn people from stone to
That's the name of my next D&D character, 4-poster elf bed.
I mean, why? What's the point?
Why do we do anything?
Because
It's not gonna get us anything.
why do you like poking
How
at
do you know that? You are saying it's not going to get us anything. Knowing things
I
means
will-
we don't die later.
I will say this.
How many
Of-
times are we gonna run into a set of 4 pillars that has transmutation?
Of
energy?
all of the creatures in this menagerie, the one that is most likely to be able to both communicate with you and be possessed of secret information
the drown.
is the Mind Flayer.
the Mind Flayer, yeah.
Like, he definitely, like, Mind Flayers are very smart and well connected and
also
have,
super dangerous.
have telepathic
Hey,
powers.
Here's my perception of all of this. All of these creatures were stupid enough to get themselves turned to stone, and if we try and put one of them into that whatever, guess who's gonna be next?
My expression currently in character is this, and then I go, "What if that man there turned to stone is one of the people that your revenant is looking for? What if you just leave him here and you never find that revenant again?
Your stone boyfriend.
How about that?"
I guess we could try.
Are we thinking about what we get out of it now?
Yes, well,
Yes.
Worst case scenario, he probably encountered someone who encountered your stone boyfriend.
So
dead boyfriend.
before you pick up this stone John Waters looking dude and drag him all the way back to the other room, is there anything else that you want to do in this hall? Like, Jewel, do you want to do any searching or anything?
Yeah, she'll look around. I mean, it's Jewel.
Do like a
She's
perfunctory search. Okay.
not want
The
to.
secret
So.
exhibit is past the illusion.
Well, so you joke, 8, but there is a secret door on that wall. You saw into the future, 8.
Well, I mean, it's just like whenever
There's-
the hallway ends
Yeah, she's
later than it should end.
There is 100% a secret door right there.
This is a secret door.
Okay.
Hey, secret door. Do we
Okay,
want to do the
open
thing
that.
first or open the door first?
I love
Secret tunnel.
Door.
I love
Do the
Also,
door.
to be fair,
Yeah.
like Dave did write the script for this episode, so.
So yeah.
Okay, so you wanna pull press the button that opens the secret door.
Mhm.
All right.
Wait.
So you push the button. There's a grinding sound of stone as the door slides away,
Grinding.
revealing behind the hallway. So there's a short hall, and there's one last statue. At the end of this statue, you see what looks like a human man wearing long robes covered in eyes. The man has a wild beard and scraggly
One big
hair,
eye. One big eye.
and is making a face like this.
It's a laster.
There's Halaster is at the end of this hallway.
Now we have to like.
Yes, let's put Halaster in it.
I mean,
Come
I'm
on.
okay with that.
Yeah. I'll grab him.
You wanna go grab the Halaster? You're like,
Take a
you're
wizard.
coming with us, old man.
It may also not work with Halaster, so we should probably try the other
I
person.
carry both of them. One under each.
You have to do them one at a time because they are quite heavy. And I know you're strong, but you can't carry both. of
It's
them.
just awkward.
It's awkward.
I want to. Can you please just let me?
Do you want to make an athletics check?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
break
free
that.
statues.
I like how you softly ask, "Can you please just let me?"
Yeah, and that's fine. How'd you do? Oh, you got it. All right, Biggie, you did it. Okay, so everybody head back to that room. I will get there with you. Let's put some.
I don't want to talk to the secret knowledge mind flayer as well, but hey.
Right.
I mean, if this works, because
Yeah,
it might not work. This may not at all be.
You're like, we're gonna
My
save the mind
thought-
flayer. You push him into the field, and he's just like, "Hello, morons!" Boing, and just kills
Yeah,
all
I mean,
of you.
yeah, let's get a few levels.
See, my
Hey, look,
thought is
some
just
slaves.
that every single person has tried this, and they were fighting the thing they woke up.
Probably. That's possible too.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's just
Except for the
just to
goats.
remind everybody.
Look at this guy.
So let's see here.
Oh, it's not just eyes. He also has mouths on his cloak.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's got some.
I mean, if you can make a cloak out of human monster flesh and eyes and mouths, wouldn't you?
All right, so the
Yeah,
creature,
totally.
you come back and you find
I will make you a robe with googly eyes.
you find the cube creature continuing to patrol around the outside of the thing. You've dragged the statues in. What are you gonna do?
Do you think it's safe to throw? I don't want to stand close
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah,
You,
I'm
you
gonna-
push the statue and it falls over, breaks its arm off, and then turns back into flesh. Ah, blood spraying.
I duck around the corner with the fucking bullywugs.
Okay.
Here is what we do. Put it down
Mm-hmm.
and then push it.
Just slide
through
it into the
barrier.
field.
Yeah.
Okay, which one are you gonna start with?
Let's start with pencil mustache guy. Because
Okay.
I feel like Halaster could be hilarious and also dangerous.
John
whereas
Waters?
Pencil mustache guy is whatever.
Okay, so you put the statue down, and I guess at 8 you're gonna be the one to push in. The as you do this, the little cube guy stops and like looks up at you kind of expectantly. Like he stops the patrol to look at you like, what's going on? What are you doing? And you put your hands on the statue and you start to push. And as the statue crosses over the threshold into the barrier of the statues, that is where we will end our episode.
Yeah, I knew that
Because we only got like 5 minutes left. We got to get out of here in time. So that's it. That's today's episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thank you for coming, everybody. We're going to do some quick shout outs and then we're going to make way for the next show. If you are not yet done consuming the D&Ds, stick around because there's more where that came from. We will be back next time with more. Though next week we are Sans Elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I
So
know.
we'll figure out how to like have you in the shadows, and then
We'll push you in there. You'll turn to stone. and Take the other one out.
cool. All right. Well, let's start there. Elf, where can people find you on the internet?
What's up, friends? Hello, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter @DistractedElf, where everything that I do is probably D&D related in some way because I'm on a Neverwinter right now. And if you like 3rd edition D&D and role playing like a nerd, that's kind of what it's most of my stream.
That's true. That's very true. Excellent. Down below, Rin, it's Lauren playing Jewel on the Coast. Lauren, tell us where people can find you.
You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet at Random Tuesday. I do cosplay and other stuff related to cosplay frequently and sometimes games. I'm also running a Good Society RPG if you like Jane Austen and British accents and also magic in this one on Thursday nights. And I run a superhero RPG on Sunday mornings. I tweet about it, so follow me on Twitter.
Do it. Excellent. Over in this corner, it's Dave. Do it, Dave.
Hello, it's me, Dave. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can at Dave_the_human. You can also do following me on Twitch at Dave_human. My stream schedule's about to get a bit messed up. Not that I was keeping to it anyway, because I'm terrible. And the other thing, because we're on D&D channel, I promised
It's true. You did.
that I would have a playtest version of the first 5 to 10 levels of a full new D&D class out by the time Saltmarsh comes out.
There you go.
So keep an eye out for that.
Keep an eye out. Yeah. And last but not least, playing everybody's favorite trash fire is Macaria.
Yeah.
Dude,
I wasn't as drunk this episode.
yeah, Macaria hasn't been wasted in a while.
It's because I only have one flask.
That's true. You gotta save it.
You have to save it for special occasions. But I'm Blue Jay, and most of the time you can find me over at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I just put out the 3rd update of my Macaria journal up on my Patreon. It's pretty good. She is mad at everybody, and it's great. What more could you expect, really? And I'm going to be playing a lot of the other Wizards game this week, Magic,
That's right.
The Gathering. So if you want to win some packs for war,
Boosties, get it.
hashtag
I
ad,
love those. I love those.
etc.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been Dungeon of the Mad Mage, brought to you by Roll20.net. If you're watching some of this and you're like, what the hell are they doing? What is this thing? Go to Roll20.net. You can sign up for your own free account. You can check out some of this stuff. And also, I don't think I mentioned this since it happened, there's been like an across-the-board price reduction in most of the D&D stuff. So all the adventures, pretty much, like Tomb went down. There's a ton of really good stuff. Go check it out. It's in the marketplace. You can do what we are doing. I'm not doing anything fancy. Just the usual biz. So go check it out. Roll20.net. Play your own game. Otherwise, we will be back next week with more. And also keep an eye out for me, like personally, keep an eye out because I'm going to try and do a little Saltmarsh preview thingamajig. We're going to try to make that happen. At the very least, we're going to do a walkthrough on release day of the new Saltmarsh adventures. So if you're interested in those, keep an eye out. Throw me a follow. And that is it. We are done with a minute to spare. Thank you for coming, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at Roll20.net.